Day. Time zone. It's definitely not morning. My shit's crooked. What the fuck? Why? Okay. Daytime. It's definitely not morning anymore. I don't know what it is. Day time. Hello, everyone. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Stop. My mouse has been disappearing on my screen lately. It's very annoying. Good daytime. I hope you're doing well. Sorry about being late and stuff. Yeah, that's it. My light feels like it's funny. Oh well. Good morning. Whatever. Yeah. Whatever fucking time zone. Does time really matter? Let's be honest. Time zones are so superfluous. Good morning, time factor. How are you? Good morning, everybody. Or day. Daytime. It's hold on. Come here. Oh, there we go. There's a stupid knob on my fucking mic arm that just is right where my monitor goes and it knocks it sometimes. I hope you're all doing well. Apologies for the 2 days of me not being here. I was dying. You matter. What? Did I say you didn't matter? What? Did I would never. You matter. Man, my body hurts. I feel it's so weird. I feel like I bitch about it every fucking month, but like it's reality. What are you going to do? My whole body feels like I've been working out. Like my legs are sore, everything just hurts. It's just being female is such a cruel joke. It's literally defined by being cute, naked, and pain. And that's it. It's just that's life. It's great. Streamer's never late. Streamer arrives exactly when streamer's supposed to. Thank you. I mean, I fucking missed you guys. I don't know. I can't like one day off is a lot. Like that's a lot of time for me just to sit in my own head alone all day. So I selfishly was just like, I can't do that. I want to hang, but I'm like, I hurt all the time, and I'm sorry if I just suddenly crumple down and want to die. It sucks. My mouse has been weird too. It gets stuck weird. I wonder if it's a Windows thing because I did update all my drivers, but I was noticing that the past couple days, like I'll move my mouse over the video to pause it, and the mouse is not there. The mouse is missing. So that's really nice. I just have to like guess where the fucking pointer is. I feel like shaving my head and regrowing it. Dude, do it. Why not? Dude, Allie. You know what's funny though? I realized it took 17 years. But my first period I ever got was when I was 12 on Christmas. Then I got my fucking period for Christmas. Thanks, Santa. How are you, Vile? Having 2 donuts? Hell yeah, what kind? Boxing Day, I legit stayed in bed all day, binged a shit ton of Netflix. It was great. Yep. That's all I literally I've been binging. I haven't watched the new season of Letterkenny. I'm binging all the old seasons first. I'm like in season 4 or something. I just put it on the background and do other shit. But I did that, and then like I wish I like most people when you're like, "Hey, I'm in existential pain." They're like, "Hey, lay down and take some painkillers." I cannot sit still when I'm hurting. It's so weird. I just can't. I just like have to move. So I like almost finished an entire like apron just hand sewing. And honestly, all the pricks in my fingers felt better than anything else going on my body right now. Like on Boxing Day, I did not sit. I woke up in the morning, just cramps, just dying. Didn't sit down for the first time, I swear to God, all day until 8 p.m. that night. My ass did not touch a thing. I was just moving. And finally, like 8 p.m., I was like, I have to stop. I have to sit. Like, I can't do this anymore. I was going fucking crazy. Oh, thank you. I know. I was kind of, you know, cramping. So I see like, algorithms and shit. I'll just be surfing Instagram and all this amazing makeup comes up and I'm like, ooh, I could do that. And then I end up looking like I have a black eye. Literally. Nuh-uh, you got it for your 12th birthday. What the fuck is with these gifts? These are the shittiest gifts. I blame this chat for getting me into Shoresy, and I am not sad. It's so good. I'm having so much fun not working. I got to watch Max stream last night for the first time. Oh my god. How much time are you taking off, Vile? God, that's gotta be nice. Windows 11 is garbage. I'm so glad it hasn't forced me to do that yet. Really? I've been having the same issue with my mouse across multiple monitors. I'm blaming it on neuropathy. Nope. No. It's me. It's the same, like, this monitor on this side is usually where I have, like, Letterkenny going or something, and then on this monitor, I'll have a stream or Pinterest up or something, and then I'm sitting here, like, sewing or standing sewing as, I don't sit, and, I would mouse over to this monitor to pause it, and the pointer's just gone. So maybe it's gotta be a Windows thing, it's not just us. It's not just us. That's nice. Looks good, though? Thank you. I try. It's just it's a lot of makeup. I get it. It's a lot of makeup on my face. Dude, Luna, why not? You have to work tomorrow. Only a 7-Eleven, they better have pitch black Slurpee. Are you going back to work tomorrow, or it's like one day in the middle of all your days off? We hate it, our preciouses. We do. It's fucking stupid. I feel bad for anybody that got forced into Windows 11. And here I thought it was old age and I couldn't find my mouse anymore. Oh my god, no. I thought the same. I was like, is it my eyes? Because I know I need glasses. I lost my glasses when I moved here and they were so expensive. I have not been able to replace them. And I literally, but the mouse will like, if the video's not in full screen, try this. If the video's not in full screen, it will show up in the tool, in like the browser bar on top. But as soon as the mouse goes down into the video, it disappears again. That's been happening. It's great. We love computers. Dude, you know what's crazy? Yeah, I mean, I've told you this. My mom was, hold on, don't autoplay. Oh, thank fuck. Um, my mom's like what they now call an almond mom. It's a new term, but that's absolutely quintessentially what my mom was. And so, like, I didn't have like a junk food experience till I was an adult. Like just going to a convenience store and buying whatever you want, going home and picking out. Like that was not something I had ever experienced. A junk food night for us was literally almonds. Like, you know what I'm saying? Fruit was dessert kind of thing. And so I remember going to a 7-Eleven with my friend Chase when I was in college and getting my very first Slurpee when I was like 20. I'd never eaten a Slurpee before in my life. And I got the white, it was white, but it was cherry or something, white cherry. And it was disgusting, but like life-changing. I like enjoyed every second of it. But if you ever get to travel internationally to an Asian country, the 7-Elevens are off the fucking chain. 7-Elevens are like the bodega of on crack. They have everything, real food, even like not just convenience, shit food. They're incredible. Like, oh my god, when I was in Thailand, 7-Eleven was like our sanctuary because not only was it air conditioned, every 7-Eleven you see is massively air conditioned, but they have fucking everything. They're incredible. And the reason I say Asian and not just Thailand is Zach's told me in Japan they're the same. So I think Asian countries, for some reason, really got the fucking 7-Eleven, like, down. I don't know what it is. They're incredible. Almond Joy, seriously. Oh, Viata, I love it now, but I mean, imagine my palate. I seriously, 20 years old, I'd never had that kind of fake sugar before in my life. Like, it was that, like I said, I loved it. It's now my favorite flavor, but it's that moment of like that fake. I'd never had it before. It was weird. And it was like 7-Eleven has some fucking like Slurpee thing, right? It's like a week where you get free, I don't know, they have some Slurpee event or something. And we went and got these, the Slurpee was like this big, but it's my favorite now, Viota. But literally just trying to like adjust to the fake flavor. Like, I don't know, it was weird. Now I love that shit. Like, everything in moderation. That's the problem. My mom was the type who's like, no sugar, nothing. Everything was fat-free. Everything was diet. Everything was light or sugar-free or something. It's not healthy. Like, everything in moderation. You can eat sugar, just don't fucking overdose on it. Oh, is that it? You get a free Slurpee? That was it then, July 11th. That must have been when we went, yeah. That's it. Yeah. My friend Chase was like, "Oh, we gotta go get our free Slurpees." I'm like, "I've never had a Slurpee. I don't really wanna go." And he was like, "What? You've never what?" We didn't have a 7-Eleven, to be fair, in my hometown. Like, anywhere. I don't know if Eastern Washington has a 7-Eleven. We have, like, private, like, like, family-owned gas stations everywhere. It'd be like a Chevron, but it'd be like Jim's or something. Jim. You don't have 7-Eleven stores in the UK at all? I wonder why. We have them, but they're just, just like a gas station, petrol station, whatever you wanna call it. It's, candy bars, coffee, the general stuff, but man, in Thailand, they were so nice. Just like you get deals on wax oil at Dispos on 710 because 710 upside down is oh my god, Viata. Hold on. I don't have any right now, but there's a weed company called 710. I'm not fucking with you. 710. I've never put that together. Yep. 710 Labs. I don't have any. I was looking at all my jars. Wow. Never put that together. I I have 777. I don't know what 777. That doesn't mean anything, right? Lol. Yeah, I'm feeling real smart right now. I mean, there's so many weed brands out there, let's be honest. There's like Artsy Cannabis, 777. What's this one? Green Dot. Never. Yep, learn something new every day. Had no idea. That's interesting. I think I've had maybe 3 Slurpees in my lifetime. I had more ices in my time. I've never where are ices? Because I've seen the machine. It's got the polar bear or something, but I've never had one. Egg salad sando in 7-Eleven Japan, delish. Egg salad from 7-Eleven in the US, literally, if you didn't say it, I was gonna say death. I wouldn't purchase pre-made egg salad anywhere but in Thailand or at a 7-Eleven in an Asian country. What? Never. No. Really, Steel? God, that sucks. But you guys have, like, bodegas, right? Like, where do you go if you just wanna get a quick something? Because I know you have Waitrose and shit, but, like, you have I mean, I don't know what they're called, but, like, you have those giant truck stops that are, like, along the interstates and shit like that, but you must. I don't know if I ever saw one, though. Do you guys have, like, little convenience stores? Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I was trying to think last time I was there, I think my sister and I went in one in the middle of the night or something. Fuck. It's been a year and a half. I'm sad about that. Are you used to having some in your ears again? Yes. I'm finally adjusting to, like, I still do this. 'Cause the thing is you don't feel them, They're so lightweight and there's no pressure on the inner ear part at all. So I constantly feel like they're falling out or something, even though I can still hear everything just fine, and I mean, it'll happen for a bit. 710 Labs, I feel like an idiot. Good morning, McTaggart, how are you, love? Yeah, there's Formula 710 cleaner. I have never put that together in my life. Wow. We're all learning today. Good morning, Mike, how are you? Ices are basically slushies as well, but different, more ice. But it's still, like, crushed like a blended drink, right? Cost saver co-ops and, like, little Tesco Express! That's where we went! Tesco Express, yeah! That's where my sister and I went, yep. Sugar water, baby, thank you so much for those 100 biddies, I appreciate you. It's ghetto, it's just a time zone, I don't even know anymore. We're just here. I'm just really happy I'm not in pain right now and I have fucking consciousness. Should we cheers? I have a stoner bowl from last night. I need to clean my bowl though and I'm out of Q-tips. I think. Hold on. Ah, Q-tip! Tesco's where I get my food shop from. I mean, honestly, in most of the cities I've lived in on the East Coast, we shop at bodegas. Like, bodegas have everything you would need that's not a specialty item, like, that you need to go to a marketer for or something for. Like, most of the bodegas in Baltimore even have, like, vegetables and fruit and shit because Baltimore's a fucking food desert. They don't have any grocery stores in the city limits at all except a fucking Whole Foods, which, let's be honest, even if we could afford it, we wouldn't shop there because it's a ripoff. Organic's a gimmick. The amount of money it costs just to put an organic sticker on food is fucking bullshit. Every Sunday, 11 local physical time. Seriously? Like on, like every single Sunday. Whoa. How did we get to 7-Elevens? FYI, 5 in Spokane. How did we get to 7-Elevens? I don't even remember. Oh, why? We were talking about Slurpees? Fuck if I know. It's gone now. I was talking about how 7-Elevens in Asia are fucking incredible. Like in Thailand and in Singapore. And Zach's told me in Japan as well. So I say Asian countries as a large overhanging, but I don't know for a fact if it's all Asian countries, but their 7-Elevens are off the chain. They're so good. I have a Christmas sick, so I can't smoke. Oh, boo. I'll smoke for you. Cheers. Christmas sick. I got my period for Christmas, so we're on the same train. It's fucking shitty. I feel that I have the Christmas. Yeah, fuck that. McTaggart. What pain is life, right? Reminds us we're alive. How's Barcelona? Is it wonderful? Do it, ghetto. Seriously, Lizzie tested positive recently, but she was only positive for like 5 days. It wasn't too bad. But she's like vaxxed and shit. It's vile. Vile brings all the food talk to the yard, and that's right. It's better than yours. I forgot I put keef on my bowl yesterday. Whoa. I keefed. We have Mercadona. Mercadona, or is it Mercadona? Mercadona and Consum, and they're awesome. Is it basically like little bodegas then? Honestly, I prefer a bodega over a giant grocery store no matter what, because grocery stores are just full of crap. Prime Video will now have commercials, like, no matter what? Because didn't Prime have a section where it was like, you could watch it free with commercials, but then there was a bunch that didn't have ads? So it's just overall gonna, no matter what, have ads now. That's nice. That's lovely. Barry, yes, I do. I'm the one who I added things to your grocery order. I don't know how intoxicated you were, but you let me grocery order for you. So if you had some weird things in your order, that was me. I have a question. Can someone explain to me the hype behind Bucci? I don't know what that is. Bucky's? Bucci's? Bootsy. What is that? What is that? What? Your 7-Eleven had 3 shootings in a year and closed? Crimson, that's basically what happened to Baltimore. Is all the little food shops and little bodegas and shit, they literally could not keep open because of the sheer amount of crime. It's sad. What up, Wand? How are you, love? It's crowded but awesome. Dude, as long as you're having a good time, who the fuck cares, man? With neuropathy, diabetes, and chronic depression and ADD, yes, life is pain, right? I mean, if we were never in pain, I wouldn't take advantage. I would take for granted my state of never being in pain. Not that I want to be in pain, but, it does make me, sit back and be like, I really like the days where I'm not hurting. Wow, Prime is adding ads to everything at the end of January. Wow, you have to pay $2.99 a month not to have ads in Prime now. Okay. What do you guys think of that? They have a bunch of partnerships with companies to watch stuff with ads, and then they have their own stuff without ads. That's what I thought, but now it's going to be all. Huh. Yeah. Bucky's. I don't know what that is. What is that? What is Buccees? Bucky's. Prime always had ads for Prime shows to start and but they want to put ads in the middle as opposed to force hiking the price. Gross. I still to this day have never bought anything from a fucking ad in my life. I'll never understand the point. Like, I know what the psychological point of ads is. Like, they're just trying to implant a brand name in your head. So when you go to the store, it's familiar. I get it, but man, it's weird. Like Captain Kirk once said, pain makes us who we are. I need my pain. I mean, it's weird, but it's like thinking about, the down times in your life or something. Like, if every moment was super happy, it wouldn't be super happy. It'd just be neutral. Not that I want trauma or like bad things to happen in my life, but it does make me sit back and not take for granted the moments that things aren't going wrong. You know? I don't know. Hippie talk. In the middle. Yeah, that's fucked. I mean, honestly though, I don't really watch Prime Video at all. There are so few things on Prime that aren't elsewhere, or that I wanna watch. Like, really, I think the only reason I use Prime Video is to buy movies that I want. Like, you know, like, things that I just want existentially for the rest of my life, like The Last Unicorn or something, Fight Club, so I can download it and just it's mine. But other than that, I really don't use Prime. I hate to have to pay extra just to escape stupidity. Yeah, I know. It's a giant gas station store. Oh, I've never even heard of it. Buc-ee's? Oh, it's like a Sheetz or a Wawa, right? Or like Rofo? They have food? I bought metal dice off an ad once. Were they great? Okay, no complaints. I was gonna say, how'd they turn out? Zach has bought me funny gifts off ads before, and they're not scams. Like, there are a lot of ads that are scams, but obviously if you look into them, a lot of them are just companies paying to get their name out there, which I totally get. But I have never like been fed an ad and been like, oh, I need that thing now. Amazon net income increased 9.9 billion last quarter. Obviously, they're suffering glut. I mean, how often do you pause in the middle of a Netflix show or something? So a 30-second pause is like, whatever. I mean, I kind of agree with you. Like, ads, I didn't grow up with TV, though. Like, I didn't get TV till I was, like, in high school-ish. I had it at my Nana's and stuff like that, but, like, I get pissed when an ad comes on. It, like, ruins the flow of a show. Oh, it's like one of those giant truck stops. I love giant truck stops. The ones that have showers and shit in them, they're amazing. Yeah, I've never heard of Buc-ee's before. Do you really? You know what's crazy, John? I have not had any way to play a physical movie in, like, over 9 years. I don't own a console, and I do not have a DVD player in either of my PCs that I built myself. Like, I own DVDs, though. Like, I have, like, a in this, like, closet behind the not a horse. I have, like, you know, sentimental, I guess, DVDs that are really I don't think I'd ever find them again, and I wanna keep them forever kinda thing. I cannot literally physically watch them. I even own one VHS, the original Totoro by Fox, without the fucking Dakota Fanning bullshit sisters in it, and I physically cannot watch it. But, I mean, every time like, both of my PCs, every time I built a PC, I'm like, "Do I need a DVD drive? Not really." I've seen a meme with Buc-ee's logo on a wall in a men's room and a bunch of truckers emptying pee jugs in it. Whoa. Amazon's biggest profit segment was AWS rather than what is AWS? Rather than anything else, all those high quality video files being stored is hella expensive, and of course, bandwidth. Ads are bullshit. I do not consent, and it's such a crazy thing being like an internet person who, lives off the internet. It's like I completely sympathize and understand there's not one place on the internet or really world where there's not commercialization ads. That is how the world runs. Like most websites completely fund themselves by the ads, companies paying them to put ads up. Like I get it, but I have never bought anything off an ad. These people shell out so much money for commercials and shit like that. Like, if anything, sometimes I see an ad and I'm so weirded out by it that I purposefully will never buy from that company. Like, I don't remember if it was this year's Super Bowl or last year, but I think it was Temu, Temu. I still couldn't even tell you what the company is. But those fuckers had the longest, most boring commercials during the entire Super Bowl, multiple times. Like, every commercial break, there'd be at least one Temu commercial. And it established in my brain that if I see that brand, I block whoever talked about it or posted it immediately because of that. Fuck those like boring long fucking ads. So if anything, ads are turning me off of companies. Oh, Amazon Web Services. Thank you. Sorry. You can get a USB DVD drive. Shut up. I might actually look into that. The rented computing power. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. They're hosting and storage services. Thank you. Wait, we have one from, hold on. Pain? Okay. Is it with the Twitch servers? I mean, it, yeah, because they're owned by Amazon, right? That would make sense. How do you find these things? Uh, I've got both the links right here. I've got yours too, Vile. Hold on. Oh, is that the USB one? Thank you. I had no idea, honestly. No shit. Literally half the internet runs out of AWS East 1. I don't know how you know that, but I believe you. Greetings, Best Belly. How are you, love? Oh, Temu's an off-brand eBay imports from China. Oh, so they're shitty. They're kind of like Shein or Wish. Yeah. It was good. So I had good intuition via their $1 billion. I mean, like 10 years ago, it was $1 million a second, I think, to have an ad at the Super Bowl. I don't even know what it costs now. But if a company like Wish is able to afford that, time to stop because they're not paying their employees. What the fuck? There's no fucking way. I still have internal DVD players, but my rig doesn't have bays for them. No shit. See, I haven't had one in so long. I've seen those Temu commercials, just decided to not even check it out. Yep, exactly. I just immediately wrote them off. I was like, fuck no. Budweiser, same. Of those fucking existentially long commercials that are boring as fuck with giant Clydesdales. Like, I'm here for a cute horse. But no. I mean, really, no. I wouldn't even mind if ads ran on a sidebar. Me too. Like, as it's just interrupting the content is what drives me crazy. And they're obnoxious. That's the other thing. Like, I've bitched about this before, but especially on YouTube. Like, I don't have an ad blocker on YouTube on my fucking, like, iPad or anything because I very rarely use it. Usually it's like if I'm taking a bath or in the shower or something, I'll put on music. But every once in a while, an ad will come on. And if I'm not there to say skip ad, it'll keep playing ads. It'll play 20 minutes of ads or a 20-minute ad. And they will be, like, ridiculously louder than anything I was listening to previously. And so I'm sitting there, like, listening to some Nine Inch Nails or something grooving, sitting in my bubble bath, and all of a sudden it's like, I don't know, Vagisil! And you're like, why? And my hands are wet and I can't press skip, and it's just, what the fuck? I get pissed about it, honestly, even with, like, content creators in content ads. I was talking about this the other day, but you guys know I watch arguably too much true crime. And one of my biggest pet peeves, some of the true crime people, some, not all, they put mid-roll promote, like, what is it called? Sponsors? Which get sponsors. You got to make that bag. Everybody's got bills to pay. Like, I'm not here to shame on a sponsor. But, like, they'll be sitting there like, the mother squeezed the baby until her eyes popped out. But first, a moment from our sponsor. And you're like, and their sponsor's like fucking HelloFresh or something. If I was HelloFresh, that's not the way I would want it to go. And I don't want it to go. And then you can, like, look at the YouTube video and scroll in the little bar, and you can see exactly where everyone skipped this fucking promotion because the bump goes up. And I just sit there and do that over and over. Like, how are these people making, like, how are these, how is it working? HelloFresh is dank, though. Hello, little sister Sarah. I miss you. 7 billion came from AWS. Wow. AWS started as, quote, well, we got all these spare servers we're not using right now to run Amazon main site. Let's rent it out. And it spooled out from there. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Really? McTaggart says, I have a number of friends tell me their credit card info got stolen on Temu. All right. Stay the fuck away from Temu, Shein, Wish, etc., right? We're all aware those are absolutely sketchy as fuck. Oh my God, ghetto. Yeah. Oh, dude. Honestly, I've never really noticed it before, the, like, volume difference in Letterkenny between the music and the dialogue until just recently, because I'm rewatching the entire thing just to catch up. It's a great show. I'm just rewatching the whole thing. But I'll have my headphones on, and I've been playing that Once Human game at nighttime, just fucking around. And like, you guys know I've bitched about it. I can't take down a boss by myself. I probably could, but it would take me 45 minutes, and I'm just too ADHD for that lifestyle. And so I ask Zach to come help me, and he can transfer into my world, and he comes help me do it. So we sit in Discord, and I had Letterkenny on in the background, and if they're talking, I have no problem hearing the game and Zach. And ADHD, you all know we have 20 things going on at once, and we're paying attention to all of it. Don't worry about it. But the moment music kicks into the show, Zach will be like, "Mom, mom, 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 mom," and I'm like, "Ah! What the fuck?" No, Sarah, we were so fucking tired last night. We literally ate and laid down, and I was like, "Oh my god, we got Sarah's present." And Zach was like, "Okay," and then fell asleep. I gotta open him today. I'm sorry. I'm a bad person. I got my period on Christmas. I'm just tired. Hi, I just killed hundreds of people. Now let's talk about tomato soup. Literally, that's exactly how it goes, and it's weird. BetterHelp is a great shout out on video. Yeah. I'm curious if their operating income calc includes deprecation. What do you mean? Deprecation of the value of the server space? I imagine mid-roll sponsors are part of the contract. Absolutely. I'm thinking of one true crime person in particular whom I love, Bailey Sarian. I love you so much. I'm so sorry, Bailey. But she'll have 4 in a 2-hour storytelling podcast, 4 5-minute mid-roll sponsorships at a time. So it kind of starts feeling like TV did back in the day. Like you're barely getting any content before another fucking mid-roll. You know what I mean? You remember back watching TV and you'd be like, did we just get more commercial time than we did of the actual fucking show we're watching? It starts to feel a little bit like that. And again, make the bag. Everybody's got to make money. Being your own boss on the internet and being an entrepreneur is fucking hard. Like, I love Bailey Sarian. Please don't. And please watch her. She's incredible. So fucking entertaining. But like that makes me not want to watch her. Like, I haven't watched her 4 newest videos, which is sad because my brain immediately goes, it's not going to be a consistent story. It's going to be busted up 4 or 5 times by like NordVPN, which I still don't have because I've heard about it too much. I just can't do it. You know, LZT, my love. Isn't so better. I can't remember, mate. Is BetterHelp the one? There's a couple like online therapy programs you could sign up for and like get a therapist through the internet. And one of them literally like in the contract, whatever, in their terms of service, it said like some of our therapists aren't licensed or the therapist may or may not be licensed. And I don't know if they cleaned up their act, but there was one of them like that. Wait, there's food in there? Seriously, Sarah? Okay, I will. I mean, it sat on the porch and froze all day, so it's fine. It's vile, exactly. That was me too. Their ads are so bad, I just wrote them off. It's a good thing, historically speaking, how many people use AWS to run on their sites now. But isn't it a bad thing if AWS goes down, then basically the whole internet goes down? Dude, exactly, Zacrion. I don't know how anybody looks at a $2 t-shirt and thinks, yeah, that makes sense. What? Who doesn't love sites that sell things so cheap they might as well say, quote, made with slave labor on the product and even steals from artists and other creators? Exactly. I don't know how, how. You cannot justify that. There's no fucking way. I wouldn't even mind if ads ran on a sidebar. I agree so hard. They could run it 24/7. I wouldn't mind. Like on porn sites. It's when they get obtrusive and obnoxiously loud. Exactly. Exactly. Alexa or AliExpress, isn't that another one? I think AliExpress is another really bad one. Deprecation is a key accounting tool to offset major expenses over time, like buying a truck. Oh, okay. Exactly, John. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're talking about a murder of someone, which is I listen to and watch a lot of true crime, you're sitting there describing like the cruel takedown of a child, and then suddenly you're talking about HelloFresh. It's weird. It makes me find it kind of feel weird. I watch a lot of true crimers too. They usually do the sponsorship either at the very beginning or the very end. Totally great. Do it on both ends if you want. But like in the middle, it busts my nut. I lose interest in the story, and I want to change the channel. Oh, really? BetterHelp has a history of breaking HIPAA and screwing over YouTubers with their sponsorships. Boom. There you go. I don't know which one it was that had unlicensed therapists then. There's a couple of those companies out there. Deprecation is an expense based on things you've already paid for. For example, Amazon has $47 billion in deprecation expense this quarter, so that reduces their taxable income. Oh, yeah. They already paid cash. Okay, yeah. It is. My dad has cable. It's crazy that people still have cable. Seems like mostly ads and 5 minutes of that is a show. Mhm. That's what it I mean, that's what it's starting to feel like everywhere. Oh, I don't have Discord open, I gotta try it. Let's watch these videos real quick and I'll try to get depreciation. Depreciate was I saying deprecation? I knew what word I wanted to say. Did deprecation come out? But it's wanna see something even more those are pretty adorable. I know, Kel, we've been talking about that, the fucking ad stuff. I was saying, I understand the psychology of ads and, like, trying to implant a brand in your head, but we've all kind of I didn't know I was the only one that did this, but a lot of us have agreed, like, when we see like, an ad, especially for one company incessantly, we all kinda get in the mindset that we will actively avoid that brand, like, violently avoid that brand, i.e. Temu or Wish. I don't know if they know they're doing that to us, but, like, on the topic of Prime, I have not watched anything. Like, I haven't there's nothing on Prime. I haven't, like, if I'm looking for something to watch, Prime is probably the last place I ever go to look for anything. Ever. I don't know, they've never really had anything that I'm like, "Ooh, that looks unique, fun, and something I haven't seen before." Well, that's the other thing, Kel, no shit, Barry and Glut have been digging up what Amazon fucking rakes in. What was it, Glut? They took in, like, 9.9 billion something. Like, they're obviously hurting for money, is essentially the conclusion we came to. 9.9 billion last quarter. Yeah. They're obviously hurting and they need our help. Please, look into the small business of Amazon. Never, Kel, never. That's the problem with the business model. Literally never. My kid does that and tries to tell me what to do, where to go, and what to do. There's a time and a place. Like, I've definitely like invited kids to come play a game with me. And I'm like, you tell me what to do, and we'll do it. But if I'm like in the middle of something, I'd be like, oh wow, I tried to do what you said, and it wouldn't let me. Weird. What's the scam, Crimson? Exactly. My stepdad used to say that when we were kids, because when you're a kid, you see like an ad for a toy or something, you're like, I must have it. That looked like the coolest thing ever. And my dad would straight up say, if it has to have an ad, it's probably not that great. And I question every ad I see now. I'm like, you weren't good enough just to be popular by word of mouth. So like, what's wrong with you? That being said, I definitely have Pine Sol baby under my fucking sink. So ads work. But Pine Sol lady was great. Let's be real. It's Pine Sol baby. She's my hero. Unless you're riffing a movie, try not to talk too much during a movie. I can't tell you how many movies outings I had ruined by people yelling over the movie. What is the point? What do they think that I mean, I just don't understand. This is my understanding. If you're sitting down watching a movie with other people, the understanding is that we've all seen the same amount of fucking movie that everyone else in the room is seeing. Like, how am I going to know more than what they have also taken in from this movie? Like, I didn't get a pre-movie. Why are you asking? We're both here. What's happening? Why are you asking me questions? I know as much as you do. Shut the fuck up. I don't know. This is part of the reason I love going to the Alamo, what is it? Alamo Draft House to see movies. Not just because they serve you delicious food and shit like that and have recliners and assigned seating, but simply because they take the film experience so seriously that if anyone pulls out a phone, speaks, a baby cries, you are escorted off the premises immediately. There is no question, there is no argument, you're gone. It's the best. I feel really spoiled, but the only people that go are people that are there for the movie. And I love it. It's the best. Pine Sol smells really good. I agree. I like Pine Sol. Like, I don't want my Fullers to smell like fruit or lavender. I don't know. Ever. Why have I seen that guy before, Pitsy? Hold on. Is that that's Wayne? I was gonna I what the fuck? Ooh. That's Jared Kiso. What? When was this? Wow. He looked so familiar, and I was like, okay, real talk, I have to say, at first, it literally, my first instinct was, is that a white person in blackface? But now I know he's just dirty. Literally, the pink underlip and the tone of skin do not match. That was my first motherfucking thought. I think it's just the lighting. It's just the lighting, right? He's not in blackface, right? Latino-ish, so they kind of, well, damn, 2013. Wow. Wow. You can see what I'm seeing, right? It's the same thing that happens to fake big bitches. You look at their lip tone versus their skin tone. It doesn't, or not fake big, but like the makeup. When you put on all the makeup that doesn't match, this will not match this. Like there's a distinct, yeah, like spray tan. Yes, yes, yes. That's what I was thinking. Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Like spray tan and shit like that. That pink underlip and this do not match. And that was my first. I was like, it's brown face. Poor Jared. I hope. I hope. Hmm. That sucks. I'm sure he probably feels a little shitty about that. Looks like Jesse the Body from Ventura the Predator. Oh my god, it kind of does. Minus the nose. Frosted lips. War grime. I was thinking it was war, like because you can see it's like there's dirt on his shoulders and shit. But I mean, if he played a dude named I mean, you know what? He looks great. I would have never known that was Jared. Ever. And Jared Kiso's beautiful. Not there, but like in general, Jared Kiso's beautiful. Ghetto, I was just gonna say the same thing. Like they in his current in Letterkenny, they've literally multiple times had, existential dialogue about this kind of thing. About, an actor being hired for a role that is not they don't portray the characteristics of the role, I guess. Oh my god, speaking of, I learned something really weird recently. Uh I was just listening to some fucking YouTuber, I don't know, and I was they were talking about Sia. And, she's not that good of a person, I guess, long story short. I wanna see someone try to cancel SEAL Team 6 for using blackface. I mean, are they trying? The 2 cake system, no, what's that? Well, ghetto, and that's honestly, I think about that a lot in terms of Letterkenny. The native, representation is phenomenal. When's the last time you saw a show other than, like, Reservation Dogs that cast so many native Canadian American, natives? I love it. Like, fucking finally. I feel like there is such an underrepresented people in so many ways because it's so disgusting to say, but I'm sure, like, Hollywood views them as white passing or not. You're either white passing or you're racially ambiguous and you get cast into everything. It's disgusting. But I love that. I mean, they really do. He goes, I mean, and which is great. I mean, I grew up, I lived on an Indian reservation most of my childhood. I grew up around that, and it just feels like they're so underrepresented as a people. Tanis and the natives, I love Tanis. Meek and them and Shorzy have actual indigenous names and shit. I love it. I need to watch more Shorzy. I've only seen the first season. Yeah, blackface and camouflage are not the same thing. 100%. That's what I was saying. Like war grime. You know, it's not advantageous to be shiny and white when you're trying to hide from a gun. Dark Winds. I don't think I've seen that. I mean, ghetto, right? I mean, the shit that they've uncovered up in Canada in the past couple years in terms of like the disgusting, like, what were they called? Like conversion. I don't know. They basically stole children from Native American families, tried to make them Christian, starved them to death, and buried them in mass burials underneath schools all over the country. Cliff notes. It happened here too, but Canada has recently unearthed some fucking massive graves. It's disgusting. Yeah, exactly, Dread. It's everywhere. I mean, US did it too. It's disgusting. But I feel, right? Didn't they recently unearth a big one? Saronlin, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving any swings for 31 fucking months, by the way. Boo.
I appreciate you, motherfucker. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways. Thank you.
Where's my grinder? I hope you had a good Christmas with lots of loot. I am of that ripe age where I don't get presents anymore, but I streamed and we had a fun time. We laughed. We played, we actually fought my computer all fucking day, and then for like 2 hours played Slime Rancher, and it was really fun. Still haven't got The Sims to work, by the way. I don't know. It's still corrupted. My girlfriend has been watching the TV miniseries Centennial from the 70s. It has an outdated references warning. Oh, Disney does that. It's not it. I mean, I don't know what they call theirs, but Disney's been putting. It's like what would you call it? Like not a warning, but like before some of the older Disney movies, like Jungle Book, for instance, is the one that sticks out to me because that's one of my favorite Disney movies. They have like a little blurb that plays before that basically says we acknowledge that this is problematic and it was not okay then and it's not okay today, but we're not going to delete it. We're going to acknowledge our past, acknowledge our mistakes, try to change them in the future, and just blah, blah, blah. It's pretty good little blurb. I was impressed that Disney, like, just, didn't just, like, pretend it didn't happen. Oh, really? The history of Canada is a long, prosperous history of us cooperating with Indigenous persons until we didn't. Oops. And, oh, I lost it. Oh, and we welched on our word and we took land without trees, etc., etc. Sounds similar. 100% agree. Fort Lewis has one of the biggest non-res native populations in the U.S. I got exposed to so much native cultures and issues. Me too. And it's weird to go into the world after that and realize that the world doesn't even know that the natives exist. They think like native reservations aren't a real thing. And you're like, I'm sorry, what? There's one an hour to the west. What? It's just weird. Fort Lewis was one of those boarding schools. Yeah. One of those quote unquote boarding schools. Big quotes. Yeah. Institutional genocide is, yeah, shitty deals putting it. Yeah. It's disgusting. It's just gross. You guys know I've bitched about it before, but like, growing up with the history of like Oregon Trail was great and Sacagawea totally liked Lewis and Clark, even though she was 13 and they, arred her all over the place and stole her from her family. Like we were super nice to all the natives and we broke bread Thanksgiving. And then you grow up and you're like, And they wonder why none of us trust them. Canada, the nicer America, including the war crimes. I mean, they're America, technically. Whoa. Documented evidence suggests like 13,000 to 15,000 deceased that were documented. Fucking sad. They show a lot about those schools in the Yellowstone prequel, 1923. Oh, really?
Shitter was full!
Saronlin, you must have been good for... You know what I got for Christmas? My period. I must have been naughty. No, I do. I have... It's so stupid. I have my stocking up. It's empty and sad, but I still hang it up every year. I'm not pathetic. You're pathetic. My mom crocheted it before I was born, so it's kinda special, but it doesn't get filled anymore. Yeah, Kel. I mean, why would we wanna do that? Cheers. But we still wanna make a buck off this. Yeah. It's all everything comes down to money. It's disgusting. I have a copy of Songs of the South. Now there is a oh, isn't that the movie? Isn't Songs of the South? Isn't that what Splash Mountain was based on? Is this Splash Mountain with like Briar Rabbit and shit? I don't know if I've actually ever seen Song of the South. I've been on Splash Mountain like once. I didn't think it was that cool. Cheers. Wand. Who'd have thunk it? Oh, it's disgusting, Jack. I mean, the thing is, there was no need for reservations. The reservations were an excuse to shove Native American off their land that they had lived on for history and centuries of their people so that we could have it. It was America was they're like, look at this special plot of land. We'll never touch it. That's all yours. But also, it's the shittiest plot of land in existence. You're welcome. If you stay here, like, we'll kill you. Like little known American fact: Abraham Lincoln is responsible for the largest public execution in America's history, and it was over 60 Native Americans who just wanted to stay in their own home. Yay, America! Ooh, what kind of chair have you got him? Yeah, Reds. Did the Redskins change their name? They're just called like Washington now or something, right? Like they were so upset people made them like wanted them to change their name. It's all money. It's so sad. Yeah, the zippity doo dah song. Do you really dread? Isn't it? It's kind of special. I don't know. It's cool. When I was just in my mom's belly, she made me something. I thought that was cool. Slavery Apologia. It's where that song Zippity Doo Dah comes from. Slavery Apologia? What? Is that the movie? Oh, it's been remodeled to Princess and the Frog. No shit. Good. You know what's weird? I went to Disney. I think it might have been the year Princess and the Frog came out or something. I can't remember if it was Disney World or Disneyland, but they like if you've been there, they built an imitation French Quarter, and every day they would have a parade that went through that was like Tiana and all the Frog Prince whatever characters, but there was literally no ride. There was nothing. They had like a restaurant. It was weird. So maybe that was the plan all along. Like they made like this whole like there was no ride, there was no like attraction for them. It was just this like, oh, they're called the Commanders now. No shit. When did that happen? Uncle Ruckus, was that who it was? My sister and I give each other carry bags. Stockings are too small of silly little presents first thing in the morning. And then we do big gift exchange together in my aunt's family in the afternoon. That's really special, dude. I wish my family still did that. To take their land, because they were savages and we were exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's disgusting. It's so gross. Yeah, if you don't stay here, we'll kill you. And you can leave you cannot leave without permission. Yeah. Hey there, natives. We see you have some great land. Can we interest you in this swampland that sucks? No, too bad. We have guns. I mean, it's so real though. That's exactly what I mean. You guys know it. It's disgusting. I don't know what kind of chair. I'm just curious. I'd ride a frog. Hell yeah. Last season. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I hadn't heard about it yet. I haven't been into football in a few years. Dude, it makes sense because I remember when the name change was going down and they like could not choose one, so they just went by like Washington for a while. Like they were so upset. They were like, nothing fits except Redskins. And you're like, really? You want to know the weirdest thing about like when I first moved to the East Coast, the weirdest culture shock for me, and again, like I did grow up literally on a reservation, but like I remember going for a walk in the woods right behind my house, this huge like reservoir and national reserve, and I found like an ancient fucking old burial grounds. And I asked my ex, who is born and raised Baltimorean, hey, what tribe lived here? No fucking idea. No one. I mean, I started doing this experiment, go to work and ask all my coworkers who were like born and bred Marylanders or East Coasters, what kind of tribes lived here? No idea. Whereas where I grew up in Washington State, like you absolutely know all the tribes surrounding you, where the reservations are, because the people that live there are still very, very proud of their heritage. But on the East Coast, they fucking wiped them out. So there's no one there to be like, hey, I was Iroquois or I blah, 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 blah. It was fucking weird. It was so bizarre. I'm just so used to, you just know it. We grew up with that culture just everywhere, West Coast of Washington too, honestly, like the native culture, and like we've preserved a ton of like totem poles and stuff like that. You can go see them. It was weird. That was real weird, but it's just because there is none left. They fucking killed them. Like not the people there now, but you know what I mean. Genocide. Thanksgiving. Oh, the Song of the South tried to present slavery as a net positive for Black Americans. That's disgusting. I'm glad my parents didn't encourage that movie. Barry, I totally would. They stopped being Redskins in 2020. They were Washington football team in 2020, 2021. So it was. It was super recent. Literally 22. There you go. Thank you for looking that up, EDO. I appreciate you. Here's some beads and firewater to sweeten the deal. Right. Oh, and have you seen our blankets? And it gets dark. Around the same time as the Cleveland Indians had to change. I mean, good, honestly. Native American studies was an institutional requirement for graduations from my university. Really? I'm jealous. I'm very jealous. I got more Native American studies than I did actual American history in high school, because half my teachers were Native and they just knew it. You just grow up knowing it. I don't know. It's weird. I guess I really took it for granted because like there are actual people with very strong Native heritage still everywhere in Washington State, and they talk about it, and it was just weird to no one had any idea. Any tribe. I had to like look it up. What is Bad Dragon for 500, Alex? After watching most of the film Song of the South, for me, mainly were moral stories. The rest seemed like a dramatization of the time, but the movie takes place. Don't like that area for that. Yeah. Yeah. Cleveland Indians had to change their name. Now Cleveland Guardians. Guardians and Commanders. They could have changed their name to literally anything. They could have been like the fucking holographic unicorns. Sports people are boring. Kel, in Baltimore, there was Muskogee and one other, oh god. If I'm not misremembering, Muskogee was the southern part that went into Virginia, and then there was another tribe that went more north. But if I remember correctly, I've read about this a while ago, but the northern tribe was actually wiped out, I think, by the Iroquois. Like they were Iroquois, The Iroquois were a warring tribe, and they wiped out a lot of people on their own far before us. People love to kill. Who'd thunk it? Thanksgiving? No. It's like, is it like Thanksgiving? Hi, in St. Cloud. How are you? New York State has a year of state history in the elementary school curriculum, so we learned about at least some of the tribes that live there. That's awesome. Yeah, it was very prevalent growing up for us because it was just, we were kind of sunk into the culture of it. Downside was the course was taught by a white lady. Yeah. At least you got a course, though. I mean, it's something. I didn't get that. I mean, it was just like integrated into it, I guess. We didn't have like a special course. Quote, we would like to start by recognizing that this meeting is taking place on the unceded territory of the Anisha, oh God, I'm going to say it wrong. Anisha Anabe. Anisha Anabe people. We encourage all attendees to learn more about these people and their culture. We do this now instead of national anthems or prayers and shit. I fucking love that. Oh, dude, when I actually got to, this was like two years ago, we went and saw Heilung at Red Rocks. And if you ever get to see Heilung, they always, at the beginning of their show, they come out and they do like a ceremony. Like they'll do like a kind of a blessing literally on the audience, and they have incense and shit and they walk around. But when they came to Colorado and did it at Red Rocks, they actually invited the local Apache. Is it Apaches? We have a few local tribes here in Colorado. I'm slowly learning about them. But they invited the local tribe to come do the opening ceremony instead. And it was all of these women. I mean, I'm so culturally like dumb. Please excuse my ignorant language, but they looked very like South American, like Latino, like the big, beautiful, colorful skirts and like a white kind of ruffled top tucked into it. And they had long braids and feathers, and they were just like a vomit of color. It was the coolest thing ever. And they all started spinning and doing this dance, and they had incense and fire. It was so cool. Like, I'm getting chills thinking about it. It was one of the coolest things ever. I've seen Highland twice, and they didn't do that when I was in Baltimore. Because there are no natives left because the people killed all of them. Oh my God. Yeah. But that was really cool. I mean, just fucking cool to see. Redskins to what the fuck? What the fuck to Commanders? Still worst football team name ever. It's just so, I just don't get it. It's just so boring. Massapequa? Did I say that wrong? Massapequa? Massapequa. Massapequa? Massapequa. Massapequa? How do you say it? Teach me. Or they just like drop it in Africa, like they do with all the, like that's what they do with merchandise in America. Like if we have a Super Bowl, they make all the merchandise for both teams winning. And then the team that doesn't win, all that merch just gets thrown into a field somewhere. It's fucking sick. Pigskins would be great. That's a perfect name. Massapequa. Massapequa? So the emphasis is on the middle A. Massapequa. Massapequa. I feel like I've said it too many times now. I'm bopping with it. I have to stop. Cheers. A hilarious B movie with a demonic rubber turkey. That sounds like a fever dream I've had. Right, Ghetto? You know what's cool is when I was in 5th grade, we got to pick a tribe from anywhere except Washington State to do a project on, and I picked the Iroquois. They're fucking murderers. They were gnarly, dude. Iroquois were gnarly. I remember that from 5th fucking grade. Dude, Washington Corruption, I'd play for that team. That sounds awesome. Washington Corrosion? I mean, fuck. Would you rather be a commander or something that literally melts someone's skin or corrodes them? I want to say it was Apache, but we have a few Colorado's a huge state, obviously. We have a few tribes, and then the southern part of Colorado was obviously stolen from the native Mexicans. I hate people trying to twist the history and then act like the USA coming in to tame the savages was the best for it. And honestly, if a human being tried to state that shit to me today, I would just turn around and walk away. Regardless of whether or not turning around and walking away meant walking off a cliff, because that's a better outcome than me listening to that. What? That's like someone trying to make slavery look good. What are you doing? What are you doing? No shit, Anisha Anabe. I can't, with that extra A in the middle, it's hard. There's a great video for one of those Vikings and Native Americans dance in unity at Heilong concert. I wonder if they did one for, what was really sad when I saw them at Red Rocks, they were filming the show. It was supposed to be the show that, like, became their DVD release or whatever, and the fucking audio cut out twice while they were there. Like, just a cord came loose or something while they were playing, and so it got muted. I felt so bad. Right? Like, the Iroquois were basically, like, the fucking assholes. I mean, serious assholes. It was crazy to learn about them because I didn't know. They did hunt the fuck out of the buffalo, true. What up, Music Man? I actually visited the ruins of the Native American settlement from 800 years ago when I visited my parents in Arizona. Oh, the Casa Grande ruins. Oh my god, are those the ones that are, like, built into a hillside? I got to see some that were similar. I didn't get to go see those ones. I went to when I can't it was when I was driving from Washington to Baltimore. I went through as many state parks as I could. Like, I did this weird, like, woo across the country because I was driving it, so why the fuck not? So I got to go to, like, the Grand Canyon, Great Tetons, Grand Tetons, the big old titties, um, and a few other ones. And I can't remember though. I think the one I went to was like the Pueblos, the something Pueblos, because they were literally like like this fucking cliffside, and their homes were built in, like, down in the ravine and then into the cliffs. It was fucking cool to see. Funny story though, I drove into the park at like 5 p.m. and normally you have to stop at a little kiosk, pay $25, and then drive in, then you get unlimited access all day, whatever. No one was at the kiosk, but the gate wasn't closed, so I just drove the fuck in, walked around the entire park by my lonesome for hours until I saw a sign that said, you are trespassing, huge fines, blah, blah, blah. And then I found someone smoking, and I was like, ah, sweet smoke spot, bro. But yeah, I wasn't supposed to be there. But it was beautiful. I had a very unique experience all by myself. General Andrews! How are you, my love? I hope you're doing well, honey bean. The Trail of Tears run through my backyard here in Alabama. Whoa. Now it's a busy train route. Wow. At least you know that, though. I mean, that goes to show the history's not totally being buried, right? Because that's the shit that's sad. Oh, they're freestanding structures. No shit. Once human, you can delete wires now? Oh my god. Thank fuck. Holy shit. My house was starting to look kind of like the inside of a fucking Matrix ship for a bit there. The creation stories of the indigenous and native tribes are absolutely beautiful. I took a mythology class and I loved it. I mean, that I took a class as well when I was in college that was like a basic theology class, but we got to cover a lot of Native American theology because Washington State likes to support the Native American history, which is great. And it really clued in for me how most religions at the beginning, most of everything came from just trying to explain things you couldn't explain. You know? Like, there was a god of the sun because the sun was this big shiny thing that made you warm and grew food, and you couldn't explain it, so it must have been a big god because all you could say is there's other people, so how could you, like, that was there. It was so simple. Just like a god of growing grain, shit like that. It was for the most part beautiful and peaceful. Like, there's always everyone, unfortunately, people do love violence and tend towards it, and there's fucking violent gods in every religion and mythology, but for the most part, I mean, it seemed to lack a dictation of how to live your life and more just explaining how the world works kind of thing, Oh, Music Man, I think all that shit's worth seeing. I love that we've preserved that. I mean, I think it's so important to preserve things like that. The buffalo didn't get wiped out until repeating rifles, well, guns. Fucking same with we had Dread, correct me if I'm wrong, like North America had a jaguar up until I want to say like the mid 1800s ish, and we just fucking eliminated them with guns. Like, we wiped them out 100% because they were purty. People suck. Florida Panther, was that what it was? It didn't look like a cougar. It like had spots and stuff. I watched like a small documentary on it years ago. It was really pretty, but I mean, we found it and wiped it out within like a few years. Fucking disgusting. Huge fucking fine berry. Seriously, America hates us, even though our taxes pay for these parks and all that shit. Serpentine mounds. Is that another is that like mounds type structures they lived in? I tried to stop everything like that. Every national park that had anything like that, where it was like ancient native structures and shit, I always stopped and had to admire it. It's just beautiful. No shit. The shelter the big building has was built in the 30s. 30s, like 1930s? General Andrews, bless your heart. I am. It's a curse. It's just a like I was saying this morning, like I feel like being assigned female at birth is just like looking cute naked and pain life. Mm, and that's we just you like brush your teeth and bathe in between. Eat a sandwich, some toast. Hold on. As a cultural vessel, religion is an important part of our history. I think people just need to recognize that shitty people are shitty and shitty religious people are extra shitty, and they'd probably still be shitty without their religion. Yeah, they'll use whatever they have, whatever tool is given to them to manipulate, they will use. And unfortunately, religion just is fucking adequate at it. Yeah, it sucks. Shitty people need to be garbage somehow, and religion provides them with a place to congregate and belong and hide behind that gossamer of like purity or whatever. The Sky Cake? I think I have. Yes. I've watched almost all of Patton Oswalt's stuff. That sounds really familiar. Oh, is this them? Yeah, I knew it was something like that. It's just sad to me because I think I literally just generally had a weird question one day, like, why don't we have any big cats other than a cougar? Oh, I think we were talking about it in stream one day, how like, we have everybody in every part of the US and Canada, they'll call the same animal something different. Mountain lion, cougar, panther, puma, it's all the same animal. That's it. It's just the same animal, but we have a million names for it. And I was like, how come we don't have any other big cats? Like we've got, bobcats, but I don't think they're considered big cats. And like that's it. And if we have the environment to cater to one, like the US is huge. We have every fucking biome in existence. We should have more big cats. We fucking killed them all. That's why. We're assholes. I mean, it sucks. It almost is like you don't even have to Google it at this point. You could just like assume it's because people suck, probably. Oh, what up, Guild? How are you? Flashback of 7 of 9 from Star Trek telling the religion is frivolous or something along those lines. I mean, I'm almost it's balance, exactly. It is balance. Um which you need, everything in moderation. It's like I'm honestly, completely honestly, very I have like jealousy for people that can just have faith and believe in some sort of afterlife because that sounds kind of comforting. I'm not afraid to die. I'm afraid of pain. I don't want to die in pain. Like I don't want to be stuck in pain in any way, shape, or form. Please unplug me. That scares me more than anything. But like just that, I kind of think we just, I find comfort in the fact that I will dissolve into the earth and become dirt and worm food and bird food and bear food and et cetera, and like become part of the life cycle as everything should go back to the life cycle. Like I find comfort in that, but I don't think it's the same comfort as people who have faith, I guess. But I can't. I was raised Catholic and I was questioning it when I was fucking 7 years old. I asked why Jesus was white. I've never bought into it, even when I don't remember not buying into it. Like it always seemed like a whole bunch of Mother Goose, but with murder. But I am a little jealous of it, a bit. Flying Spaghetti Monster's fun to read about too. Thanks, McTaggart. I appreciate that. I uh, I just tried a little. No, Serpentine Mounds are they're burial grounds where there's a serpentine path. So like serpentine, okay. That ends where the sun sets, rises in the summer equinox. Oh, that's cool. You can walk the path, but you stay off the mountains. When I was in Thailand, they had something similar. I don't remember what they were called, but they were like these kind of very narrow pyramid structures esque, and there would be fields of them. But you would see some of them were like,
Chesh_squeaks tip $10. Let's get this started.
please work. I forgot I added this because period cramps took over my brain. Bless your fucking heart and thank you so much. We'll see how long this takes to update. Oh, test palette. I love you, Chesh, and I fucking appreciate you. You're our test pilot now. Everyone keep an eye. I actually have 2 different things running just in case one doesn't work, so we can turn the other one on just in case. Because they all suck. As an American who would deeply also have the toxic trait of hugging one if I saw it in America, like, I think it would be best for the cat if maybe we just didn't let them in. And I hate that, but, like, I love them, and I feel like people will just hunt them or make them pets. Because America sucks. Is it, like, wrong of me to be like, maybe don't encourage it to come up here? Because, like, ugh. We'll start selling tags to hunt them and shit, man. And we'll be like, oh yeah, the tags pay to conserve the land they live on. I think it might be time for a break because I'm getting the creep. She's a creep. Ba-na-na-na. Bow. Ba-na-na-na. She's mighty, mighty. Just letting it all hang out. Yeah, she's a creep. Ba-da-bum-bum. Pow. Those little orc teeth. She's giving me the look. Yeah, it's the mother. I have to shit so hard I'm starting to sweat out my mouth. You wanna come say hi, Billy Billy? Come here, baby girl. Oh, there's a girl. Oh, yeah, there's my girl. Hi, Billy Billy. What have you been up to? We trimmed her bangs yesterday because her poor eyes. We couldn't see them. Void Boy, he's been sleeping under my desk on my feet. I love African wild dogs. The ones with the huge ears and the spots. I think they're one of the deadliest animals in the world. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Because they hunt in packs and they are like deadly. I don't know how else to put it. Like crazy deadly. Baby girl. I know I fucking hate when my hair's in my eyes. Come here, Bubba. It's weird because his hair, the way his hair curls, it curls away from his eyes, but hers falls down. I don't know if it's because his hair's more coarse, but he never has a problem. I don't have to trim his bangs. His like turn into Groucho Marx or uh Levy eyebrows. What's his name? You're pushing on my gut, bud. What's his name? Oh help. Eugene, thank you. God damn. He's got like the Eugene Levy, Katie. The Eugene Levy eyebrows. Bud. They just stick straight up. Good though, because like can't have 2 blind ones. What are you up to? Nothing. We just need to just snuggle. It's so quiet, bud. Unforgettable in every way. Unforgettable. That's how you'll stay. That's right, darling. You're incredible. Absolutely unforgettable. He's a great singer. Don't judge him. He knows all the lyrics. This is my void puppy for those just stopping by. He's a poodle, just a very ungroomed poodle. Don't eat my deodorant. That's weird. No, that's aluminum free. I guess there's that. We'll just tell your mom we ate it all. Yeah. Don't eat my deodorant. I don't know what that does. Look at this little white strike. You're so cute. Do you need a shit as well? Is that what's up? Do you wanna go? You wanna go outside? To play the snow? Let it snow. It's like I don't fucking know. I can't reach my mouse, bud. We're in silence. This sucks. Sing. Ah. Spit upon the three something. What's the Hocus Pocus song? Sing. Ah. I something. Oh God, hold on. Shut up. Nope. Oh, thrice I with mercury purifying, spit upon the 12 tables. My ungodly book speaks to you. We will be back on All Hallows Eve. A virgin will. Mic on. Something was just driving past my house and like emitting a tone changing whistle. And it was so fucking high pitched. It was like, but it was like a whistle. It was almost like when someone can whistle through their teeth, but it was coming out the fucking fry. It was coming out of their car. And it was so bad. It was like making my dogs freak out. I was pretty sure it was going to pick up on the mic. I have no idea what it was, though. I'm pretty sure it was just the wind on someone's car, like causing a whistle. But it would like change, like, oh God, I can't even. That's a whistler tip? The fuck is that? Is that an actual thing on a car? It's terrible. Should be illegal. That was such a horrible sound. It made my dogs like, ah! Like they were like scratching at their ears. It was so high pitched. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Let me give you a permit. I got you, boo. I'm back. Sorry. I'm 43 and a drone that is the bureaucratic misery that is adult life. Dude, we're all on the train. We're all on it. Hold on, JJ. I got you. There's a permit, boo. It's done now. Whatever it was just really loud. Stop autoplaying. Stop! Clive and... What? What? Yes, please. I do love me some Carlac. Yes, I'm just letting it buffer for a second. Whistling tips. Hold on. Ask, is it meant to ward off deer or dogs? You know, get dogs. I would think I would live in a neighborhood where there might be a dog in the road, so that would be my thought. But I would think the same, as long as I can't hear it. If it's like one of those pitches where it's gonna keep an animal from getting hit, or, you know, protect your fucking car, because if you've ever hit a deer, oh my God, you know, it's rough. No pun intended. I had to pull a lot of fur out of my car. Panels. Yeah, that would be great, but I don't want to hear it. Like, I shouldn't hear it. And it made my dogs scratch their heads. Like, that's not okay. Yeah, it was high pitched. And to be real, if I can hear it, it's got to be really bad, because I have destroyed my ears by standing far too close to subwoofers during metal shows all of my youth. Like, I have consistent ringing. They're dead. I'm very much not there anymore. Like, I ruined myself. No idea. Like, you know, we just did it. We're still doing it. It's fine. I shouldn't hear it, you know? I can't hear those pitches anymore. I haven't been able to hear them for many years. Like, when that weird text tone came out, when everybody was pretty young, you know, I was of the age where I should have been able to hear it. I've never been able to hear it. The weird buzzing, like, ring that apparently teachers can't hear. I can't hear it. Never been able to hear it. Me too. Yeah, I got my hearing checked during a physical, and yeah, me too, but I still have, apparently my hearing is great. Like, I passed all these hearing tests, but I checked it because, you know, when you leave a show, it's one thing. Like, honestly, I don't feel like I went to a proper concert if my ears aren't ringing. Like, if I don't have that weird deaf, I'm underwater, like, you know, when you get out of a show and you're all yelling at each other like you're literally deaf, like, man, that was. If I don't have that, I don't feel like I did it appropriate. But then usually by the time you lay down in a quiet room to go to sleep, you hear that like bing that starts going off in the little fishbowl. My doctor told me that that's literally the hair in your ear, like inner ear, dying, and you are never going to hear that pitch ever again in your whole life. It's dead now. And that has happened to me so many times, like countless. I don't know how I have any hairs left. I mean, I do, but you know what I mean, theoretically. Crazy. Seriously? Music Man, well, you've been into music and shit your whole life. You probably took care of your ears. I was like, I want to feel the subwoofer on my flesh, which was a terrible plan. Terrible. Multiple, like, you know, general admission, tiny shows at like the Soho in Seattle and shit like that, where I was like, wah, 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 in it. And afterwards, you were just, wah, 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 wah. Terrible. Get some fucking earplugs. That's what I do now. That I'm like, oh, I did irreversible damage. Let's prevent more. Yeah. You can, I mean, that's the thing. If you get earplugs and you're that close to the stage, you still hear everything. It actually sounds better because you don't have the distortion like fucking you up. But tell me, you still hear all the music in an irreversible. Jesus Christ! It literally sounds almost better. It's like cleaner. That's like saying I don't enjoy a show without self-harming. Yeah, I didn't know any better. I mean, honestly, I was just that. It was like being sick for Christmas. It was just like a feeling I associated with a good show. And then, you know, went to an actual ear doctor later in life with an ear infection. He was like, let's test your hearing. So do I. Do they have like a string between them? They kind of look like ear headphones. I have the same ones. They're amazing. I stood 3 feet from the speaker stack at a Dragon Force show when I was 19. Hard same. Maybe I just have maybe because I don't know. My ears are done. I mean, I wear earplugs now to try to prevent further damage, but like, it truly is irreversible. Okay, let's watch Carlac. Hold on. Carlac and what is it? Carlac and Clive and Carlac start a dating agency. My God. You know, I've seen those two BDO and I've been very intrigued. I've seen actually like people talk about them on not even a sponsorship, like people talking about them in terms of just like noise. They're not noise canceling, but you know what I mean. They kind of like help cancel out some of the shit. I've heard really good things about them, but I just don't understand how they work. Good, JJ. My God, that's got to be loud. I look over and the barn cat that adopted me, of course, has taken over the dog's bed on his back stretched, Katie. Dog with her head in the corner of the bed. Oh my God, so no shit. When I lived in Baltimore and I had Link and Millie, rest in peace, the most perfect dogs ever. They rule. We love them so much. They both passed away, unfortunately. But we had one huge dog bed that was big enough for a enormous golden retriever. I mean, Link was upwards of 90 something pounds usually, but he was just huge. Link was just genetically a fucking monster. And we had this huge dog bed for him. And then we had a pug, Millie, my perfect little baby Millie, who passed away, and she's still the most perfect baby ever. But she would like do the same. She'd like do the pig sprawl, the like back legs out, front legs out like a chicken on his bed, and he'd lay on the side of it with his head like on one corner. It's a perfect. I've known 2 other dogs named Millie, and they were both perfect dogs. So good choice. Does your dog actually have a longer name? Millie's name was Milosh Moose. Milosh Millie. What was it? Milosh. I have it written down. It was a whole bunch. Milosh something Moose. Miloshka. And that turned into Millie real quick. Really, I named her after Mila Jovovich, who, by the way, man, such a side weird tangent, but like I follow Mila Jovovich on Instagram, and recently she started standing up for some anti-Semitic dude. I don't even know what to do anymore. She was like, he's my friend, and I don't judge people based on their skin and whatever. And I'm like, but like, you're friends with someone who's like openly anti-Semitic on the internet. It made me feel super uncomfortable. Anyway, that was perfect. That was perfect. Oh, that was beautiful. You know, I've noticed a lot of voice actors talk with their teeth, and I've been told it's like a natural pop filter. To talk right here and keep your teeth rather closed, you're much less likely to spit on the fucking mic because your spit glands are under your tongue. Weird. Or maybe people with a British accent speak a lot more with the front of their mouth. I don't know. Mysteries abound, y'all. That is our motherfucking BAFTA nominated lady. Absolutely. That was Amelia at the end. Yes. Sorry. I don't know what my monitor is just slightly like, and I can't stop paying attention to it. You had a really good day today too? Good. I'm glad. I've never dated in my whole life. It seems horrible, but like, I'm glad. When are the BAFTAs? I honestly have no idea. I've never paid attention to award shows before. Honestly, the only time I ever still to this day pay attention to them is if someone is in them that I love, like Millie. It's just so slightly off kilter. I can't stop looking at it. Oh my god, did I get it? Oh shit, son, she did. Sorry, obsessive, lightly. Brits with good teeth like show 'em off. It's like a mating display, dude. Though, holy crap! I love BBC, BBC like British TV in general, but I watch a lot of BBC. Did when I was a kid too, and they're like, if you ever watch older BBC TV from like the early '90s, late '80s, the older people, like of the generation of people who did not have dental health care of any kind whatsoever. Oh my god, the teeth are off the fucking chain. It's I mean, you hear like, especially like my American brain when I hear this beautiful British act. They're so posh and so delightful, and they're eating fucking crumpets and tea, and it's just so fucking classy. And then you see what they're wearing, and it's like lacy and white, or it's like tweed or something very like British. And then they smile, and you're like, "Is it a dumpster fire? What died in there? Oh my god, do you eat cement and rocks for fun? Oh, does someone kiss it? I don't know. I just, and I'm like, my teeth aren't great. I was stepped on by a fucking horse. They're crooked all over the place. Like, I'm all for natural teeth, but you can see the generation of no dental health care so strongly sometimes in those older shows. Literal raw. I mean, it's like two sticks in the front, and the gaps are bigger than the teeth left. And they're like lined with brown from like tobacco and tea stains because these people have like never had a dental cleaning because it was quite literally just not available at all. And you're like, whoa, whoa, you suck dick with those needles. Wild. I always wondered where the stereotype of bad teeth came from because, I mean, I know people like my age, 20 years older than me, who have great, like normal teeth. You know, it doesn't look like they're fucking falling out of their skull and rotting. I'm not saying like fucking veneers and chiclets, but we have normal teeth. Looks like you brush. There's a generation that did, you know, there was no fluoride or something. I don't know. Something happened. I've never seen someone do that to prevent popping, but we also have plugins. Wait, popping? Oh, talking like this. I don't know. I've never been told I have a pop problem. I don't think I talk a lot with my lips. I don't know what that is. Some people, I've seen a lot of streamers who need a pop filter.
Shitter was full.
I've never needed one. I don't know if it's maybe my mixer does the work, but I mean, I have one and we tried it on stream and literally could not tell a difference, except that I was a little bit quieter because I had to be further away from my mic. No difference at all. I don't think I needed it. I don't have a lot of pee going on. Wait, so you and yours just met one day, just fist bumped, and then boom. You and yours, what do you mean? Dude, Music Man, these are, BDO got me these. The MEE, and they're the M6 model. They're literally, I think, like $20. Super inexpensive, but they sound really nice. Like, that's the biggest issue. I mean, obviously, I also cannot feel them on my head, so I keep like, going to touch them and make sure they're actually in, because they're so lightweight. But, yeah, they sound really good. I see what you're saying. I mean, I've never had a person come up to me whom I didn't know previously, like I wasn't beyond acquaintances with, say like, "Hey, I'd like to take you on a date." And then we like set a date and time and like went and did something specific and then parted ways afterwards. Usually I'm like friends with someone or work with someone, we're friends for a bit, and then one day we're like, I horn, you horn, we maybe horn together, and then we do, and we're like, that was fun. Maybe the other shit'll work out, usually. Know what I'm saying? But that's never, I don't know what, I don't know, I don't know. I've never had that happen to me. The classic, like dating someone I don't know. I've never done that ever in my life. Does that make sense? Oh, BDO just posted the link. Dude, BDO, thank you. Chuck Crispy, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving it any swings. I fucking appreciate you. I was grabbing your guys' links, and my music farted out because I touched too many things at the same time. No. No. Oh, come on. All I wanted to do was not listen to Nirvana. That's it. And I killed it. Was that large of a request, computer? Thank you. Does that make sense? JJ, you're like my sister. I think she has had one cavity, if that, in her entire life. Viata, that was the hardest part about having a mixer. Like, I still haven't been able to get it to work, to get a Bluetooth headset to work with my PC and communicate with the mixer. Because I was wireless for quite some time until I got my mixer. Granted, everything sounds better and life is infinitely easier with a mixer, being able to like mute shit, separate sounds, etc., etc. That's everything. I wouldn't give that up for the world, but I had to get used to being corded. Basically, I just got my fucking self a desk speaker, so if I'm not streaming or if I'm up and moving, I don't have to worry about headphones. I just turn my desk speaker on. Oh, nice. Okay, JJ. Yeah, then you get what I mean. The whole like, I mean, I've never experienced it, but like what TV shows us, like you ask someone on a dinner date or something, or to go to a movie or whatever that you have no connection with, you have never previously hung out with. Like all of those situations just seem in no way, shape, or form like a good way to get to know someone in the way I want to get to know someone that I'm thinking about being romantically involved in with. And I don't know, I kind of like, I don't do this on purpose, but like being like knowing someone for an extended period of time before being romantically involved with them and, like maybe like tying your life to them financially or whatever, you kind of see them without like, I feel like some people, if they just meet you and their sole like goal or interest or whatever is to be romantically involved with you, they might like put on kind of a facade to make themselves look really good and really perfect and whatever. But if you've been friends with them for X amount of years, no one can hold a facade for 5+ years or whatever. I mean, I think very few people can actually hold a full facade or a full mask for like 3 months straight. After about, I think there's like a 3-month rule. That's where people start to like break down what they're trying to like fluff up. But when you already know them as just like a person who is not interested in being romantically tied to you in any way, they're just themselves. So you already know what that is. Does that make sense? I don't think I'm too high for that. Look at the Moondrop. I look at Moondrop too. Well, here's the thing, music. So what I had before these, my nice IEMs, those are campfires. Those were like, I want to say they were like $6.99, between $6.99 and $8.99 brand new. But the cord like severed, like and it wasn't even bent. Like there was nowhere for it to be bent, but it somehow like wore out and bent and broke, and I'm broke. So I can't replace the cord. They're phenomenal. These are pretty comparable. Who the cool thing about like nice IEMs, like those ones, is the cord and the actual like unit in your ear are two separate items. So you can replace the cord, but it's like $68 or something. 68 to 120, depending on how long you want the cord. And I of course want a little bit of length to my cord because my PCs are a little far away from me, and I do that a lot. And it's just like I just can't. Sucks. But these are great, honestly. My favorite thing about IEMs, honestly, is that the inner whatever's going in your ear is not what's like supporting the mechanism staying on your head. Because I have such a tiny, like hard, bony ear, I guess. I don't know how else to say it. But like my inner ear, I can't wear AirPods. I've never been able to wear any Apple ear anything. Because they're just rock hard. And within 15 minutes, I start to get this inner earache that spreads through my skull. It's horrible. I hate it so much. Whereas IEMs, they always hook over your ears like this. And that's what like takes the brunt of the weight. They're weightless, but it's not, like expanding in your ear depending on your ear bones to keep it in or whatever, which mine are just like pussies. And this is actually, I wanted to say, side note, I have an inner earring. Hold on. Is it on this ear? Just in case you're interested in IEMs. So I have this guy. What is that called? Dave? I don't know. That guy? That little fucker can make it real hard to find IEM/earbuds that fit. I didn't even notice it when I put these in. So that's like the fucking best. Literally the best. Oh, really? What kind did you have, music? Zacraeron, there's actually a whole science to it, like dry mouth because we're constantly talking, or like orally stimulating, i.e. chewing on something. So like no saliva doesn't protect our teeth, i.e. I meant to say etc. But also we like grind our teeth at nighttime, clench. You ever wake up with like teeth imprints along your tongue like a fucking serrated knife? I have this keeps touching me, and I think it's the IEM falling off. That's why I keep touching this one. Fucking baby hair bullshit. They say everyone will become a parent to you within 3 to 6 months. Become a parent? I want to get a pair of noise canceling ones too. I'm always working in the field in loud environments, and buds will either be uncomfortable or I'll lose them. Do you need wireless, or are you cool with wired? Because like the blue ones that I was wearing for ages since my IEM's busted, they're like the Sony bass somethings, but they were like $60, and they are pretty like I wouldn't say they're noise canceling, but they're like noise muffling. Like if I put those in and put on music or something, I can't hear anything going on in my house other than maybe my dog barking. Like I can't hear like side noise or anything like that. It just kind of like takes the busyness noise out, I guess. Good random fucking find. Oh, Me Audio makes professional ones as well. So if you're into audio recording and shit like that, that's kind of nice. I am not. Those bass ones, if you look up Sony bass, whatever, they have different colors. I got the blues because I like blue, but they were great. I still have them. They're like usually my traveling headphones or whatever if I have an actual something to port them into. But also if you're looking for earbuds, like a lot of them, noise canceling, like actual noise canceling, tends to be really expensive because it's actually like a mechanism in the like inner workings of the actual headphone. Like I know you guys know, like there's usually a button that does like activates noise canceling, and all of a sudden it's like and you don't hear anything. It's actually playing some sort of tone at you that like helps neutralize the outside sounds. But there are a lot of headphones out there that like help muffle sound, but don't do that active like noise canceling thing. But like I have it on my campfire, but like the thing I'm trying to talk about is the actual bud part. Like the part that goes in your ear, you can often get this separately, And if you get the ones that are memory foam, that's what my campfires had. Those were incredible. They didn't cause any inner ear pain because it's literally memory foam. Like it just kind of like does that slow expand to your ear. But because it does that slow expand, like fills all the space of your ear, very, very quieting. Like sometimes I would put them in just to like literally block out, like if there's fucking construction work outside or like the dogs in the neighborhood are lighting up or something like that. That was if you find headphones, if that's something you're looking for, like canceling out noise. I don't really have to worry about it out here. It's generally quiet. I'm the loudest thing, but like that if you can find the earbud part to actually be like a memory foam kind of stuff. Loznay Beulah, my love. Are they headphones or are they earbuds? Unless they are exceptional sociopaths or skilled at putting on a highly manufactured facade. Most people's that's what you're saying. Yeah. Unless they're like literally a sociopath. Yeah. Sorry. Become a parent is I'm my brain just died. I get what you mean. I'm sorry. How are you, Loznay? I hope you're doing well, honeybean. Tamood, thank you for fucking gifting 5 subs in the chat, you generous fuck. I appreciate you. Happy holidays, honeybean. Steve OFC, Optic Nerve, Angel Y2K, Humble EF, and Prosmus. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways. Nothing in this world is sexier than pure sober consent, and thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Headphones, and you like them? Are they pretty lightweight? I have the blue Sony Bass headphones as well, and the only reason I don't use them is they're wireless, which sucked, but they were fucking comfortable. As far as, normally I can't do headphones for very long. They're on my morgue wall over there. But they were relatively inexpensive, like a good travel set. I'm not worried about throwing my bag down because I'm not going to pack a fucking $800 pair of headphones somewhere. It's crayon, uncomfortably dry. I wonder why they're dry. Do you sleep with your eyes open? Oh God, no. Oh, boo. And you lost them? Were they Bluetooth? Did I get the delivery of what? Of what? Is there glitter on me? It's everywhere. Thank you, Tamood. I appreciate you. Being able to connect to 2 devices at once, and oh God, that'd be... You know what I would like, honestly? I'd like the opposite of that. I'd like 2 devices to be able to... I'd like 2 sets of headphones to be able to connect to 1 device. That is a stupid pet peeve of mine. But like, every time I have to get on an airplane or something, I'm reminded that I fucking want this. Because it's like, oh, do you want to watch a movie with me? Just kidding. Of all the technology in the world, my iPad can't take 2 Bluetooth things at a time. It can take a mouse and headphones, but 2 headphones at a time? Oh, fuck nah, bitch. Too much. Come on. Come on. You can do better than that. I dropped what off? You're being mysterious. I'll go check. I'm not expecting anything. Being able to connect to 2 devices at once, that would be nice. On sale, 70 pounds, $80. That's regularly 100, 120. That's actually really inexpensive. That's a good price for a nice set of headphones. My favorite wired on a drink. Oh, I will check. You mysterious hoe. I keep seeing this in my camera and I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, I keep thinking it's on my monitor. God, that primer is incredible. Amazing. My favorite wired on the ear headphones are from Grado Labs. Why do I know? I think I know that brand. I don't think I have any though. Handmade in New York, nice. I've heard of the brand, but I don't think I have a Grado. I have too many headphones. I'm not bragging. Most of them, it's too many. I went through a lot of headphones before I realized I just need earbuds. That's just gonna be my life. Glitter, it is. I know. I'm realizing glitter never goes away so quickly right now. Like that glitter spill is still haunting me. I literally was laying in bed the night before last night and I look over and Trick had a little piece of glitter right here on his head. I'm like, oh, where'd that come from? Ooh, seriously. Ah! It's just gonna haunt me. That one glitter spill is literally with me until I die. Fuck. One frequency like Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, cellular, etc. But like I've been able to connect literally a Bluetooth mouse and a Bluetooth headset at the same time. That's 2 frequencies, right? That's like 2 of the same. The new Sony Pulse can connect to Bluetooth and phone simultaneously, though I hear they aren't great sound-wise. That's a bummer. I think mine were the Sony Bass, I want to say. Sony Bass something something. I know, headphone splitters, they're so hit or miss though. And you have to have headphones with a cord, which half the people in the world do not have anymore. Most people, because of fucking iPhones removing the headphone jack, have all Bluetooth headsets these days. So if you want to watch something with someone... Bullshit. Okay, I'm gonna check my door because allegedly something's been dropped off. Hold on. Okay, who the fuck gave me a link with Tucker Carlson in it? What's that? I'm nervous. Oh, those look weird. Do they like wrap around your ear like an earring? It doesn't show them on someone's head. That's a sus. That's sus right there. Like literally not one picture of a person wearing them. How do they go on? Are they like an earring? They look really cool, but no shit. There's not one picture of a person wearing them, which just makes me feel sussy sus. Yeah, I'll show you guys what I mean. I think you're right. I think they curl up and sit right here. Yeah, they don't cuff this part. I think they sit right there. This is them. I'm just trying to think of the physics of it. So like, right? Because I don't think that's big enough to cuff the outside of your ear. That'd be crazy. Yeah, Viata, I'm feeling that. But they, like I said, not one picture of a person putting them, like wearing them. Okay, I'm gonna check my door really quick. Okay, I'm gonna open this. But down here, because it's got my address on it. Thank you, you sneaky fuck. I know, it was big. It's like a, it's, what do you call it? This kind of ladder. You know, where it's got an actual, like, step, like a little platform at the top. But it's big. It's very tall. I think I'm not kidding you. He is going to clean the gutters. That's literally why he got it. I'd put money on it. We've got a leaky gutter and it's been driving him nuts. I just had to pull a giant ladder in outside, and I think it's because Zach's going to do the fucking gutters. A ladder feels like one of those things. Dude, it's wild. Like, unless you have, like, a local, like, a privately owned hardware store or something nearby, it's really hard to find things not astronomically expensive anymore. It's so much cheaper online. Even with shipping of something super heavy like that, it's crazy that it's just that worth it, you know? Music Man, no. I saw a live lobster on Amazon one time. You can buy tadpoles online. Dude, I mean, honestly, I think you can even buy tobacco products online if you look hard. I don't know. Like, excluding the dark web. There's almost everything. It's crazy. Queens of the Stone Age, I love them. Ladybugs, praying mantises, spiders. Lizzie, I do with a lot of stuff, but a ladder where you might die if it's like used and broken. I don't know. Then I'd probably go new. Like, what if you bought a used ladder and they're like, yeah, it's totally fine. And then you used it to climb on your roof and then you got stuck on your roof because it broke. And then you die on your roof. I don't know. A surprise. Nope. Stay. That's true. You can't ship happiness. I mean, legally, you can't ship people. Oh, the U.S. Postal Service has very specific protocols for bees. And see, that's I've gotten like I literally my deadly scorpions. They're called hots in the industry, but like I had deadly scorpions for a while. I got those in the mail. I definitely had to like show my license and stuff. But all my tarantulas came in the mail. All my geckos, my snakes came in the mail. Yeah. But I mean, it's like overnight delivery. It's in a very unique box. It's very you know. What's the word? There's a lot of restrictions around it, so you like children cannot go buy a deadly scorpion. If you look hard enough, man, I've been looking flaccid this whole time. Open your eyes. You can legally ship people. Their entire industry is built around shipping people. Oh, like you mean like airplanes? It's even wrapped. Did you do this on purpose? This is so precious. I have a box big enough for me to fit in. Why can I, dude? I've tried to put friends in luggage. They won't let us do it. For water and ibuprofen. Happy holiday. Oh, bless. I mean, legally though, fatal. That's what I'm saying. Like Wayfair allegedly shipped like child blood or something, and that's how celebrities stay young forever. Right? Something like that. I'm a freak. This saves packaging. Don't hate me. Oh, that was a QAnon thing. Okay, yeah. I remember hearing about it. It's only legal if you get caught, right? I mean, you are not wrong, especially in America. I don't know how England is about that shit. Whoa. Dude, I'm not just saying this, but like this is like my favorite color. I don't even know if you got to pick tissue paper. It's like periwinkle blue purple. If I could find this in a nail polish, I would be the happiest Katie in the whole world. But I've never been able to find this exact color. It's my color. I want my hair this color. Woo! Ooh, it should update. Hold on, let me. Thank you for reminding me. Sorry. The pain makes my brain stupid. Like real stupid. But I have another one. Hold on, which one is this one? I put in two, one from Streamlabs and one from Stream Elements because it's both of them are very confusing and I just didn't know which one was gonna work. No, thank you. Honestly, it's just my brain is very today. Thank you, Dis. It sucks. I'm sure you run into this too. I see these really cool looks on like Instagram or Pinterest or something like that. And when I go outside in natural light, you can see like every color of the like two-tone and shit. But the lighting of my stream makes it look so different that I'm like, fuck. It doesn't look as good now. Oh my god, mech, maybe. My hair is confusing me. I keep feeling my hair go over my ear. Okay, let me see. This one is that's the Stream Elements one. Let me try the other one. This. Cheers, bitch. Hold on. I'm gonna open this too. Before I forget. Before I forget. Me? I was a creature before I could stand. I. Fucking cock ass. Dis, you ever forget that the night before you keef your bowl and then the morning you wake up and half your bowl's there and you're like, that'll be a nice wake and bake, and it was all keef? That's been my day today. Yeah, Luna, same. I don't know if you can buy like real like Marlboros or whatever, but you can buy tobacco products. Like I think people can get. Oh my god. Hold on. What would I do if my food was to slap me? Apologize and wonder how it's still alive. I'd just start screaming, I'm sorry. Why does it have hands? What part slapped me? What was the food? One fruit fly is haunting me today. I wouldn't buy weed illegally online just because I wouldn't trust it. Yeah, that's what I was just sorry, I'm doing too many things at once. Let me finish one thing at a time. Look at this cup. Are you fucking with me? That's fucking amazing. Dude, you could what the fuck? Sir Onlin, every time a fruit fly is in my house, I swear to God, I think the exact same thing. I'm like, how do you not sense the danger all around you right now? That is, thank you. That is so fucking beautiful. Now, you know when you look at it, fucking ibuprofen, I will. Seriously. Perfect. That is seriously beautiful, dude. Thank you. That is so, I mean, it's like ridiculously nicely made. That is really fucking cool. I mean, honestly, like, I don't ever expect anything and I don't like sit there and like, haunt my own wish list or whatever. Like, ooh, I hope people just buy me shit. It's like every once in a while I put shit on there to just watch it. Thank you. This dude, if this was the Holy Grail, I'd think about it. I got plastic shit on it. Katie, that is really cool. Thank you. It is I mean, it's like it's not cheaply made. You can tell it's hand painted and there's actually like the stainless steel insides. You could put anything in this. That's really nice. I'm just shocked. You don't see things that are actually like look like they're actually I don't know, made by someone and not something. you know? Thank you so much, Fatal. That is really fucking cool. That I have to find a place for it when I'm not drinking out of it because that's really cool. That is, I'm afraid. I don't know what it's. It looks like it's okay, like party, but I'm gonna put it the fuck away from my arms. Have you ever seen Crystal Skull Vodka? I think is the brand. It's Crystal Vodka, Crystal something, but they sell their vodka literally in like a skull. I've heard the vodka is not that great, but I've considered buying it just to have the skull and turn it into a bong because it looks really fucking cool. Okay, let me check this shit. Copy. Copy. Every website wants to call everything just a different name. It's widgets, it's fuckets, it's farts, it's. Oh, God. Calm down aspect. Okay, the only thing is now I have to like. Oh, fuck. You added $10, right? Right, Chesh? Hi, Donna. I hope you're doing well, Honey Bean. Does it suck? I've heard that vodka sucks. Now we have confirmation. Yeah, I've heard the vodka sucks, but the bottle looks really cool. You did? Okay. I have to like reset it because it's, whatever. We'll have to test it again sometime, but that's fine. I'm going to reset it real quick and add your $10 on top of it. Uh, God, I used to writing 2024 now. Weird. To update. Yay, 1420. All right. Now we unfortunately gotta watch it again, but that's fine. It don't even worry about it. It'll work. Okay. Just making sure. Okay. Okay. We'll see. I'd buy the booze just for the bottle to support the people who can make that shit. Right? How has no one made a cool skull bottle? Like, it looks like I've seen other glass skull items. And of course, like, I love me some skulls. I've got my skull right there that Kills 3D printed for me. But they're so cheaply made. Like, you can tell the mold that they're pouring whatever it's made out of is really cheaply made. It's all the bones are like rounded off. There's just no detail. There's no like there's finer detail in this 3D printed skull than most things out there. And that vodka bottle's got really good fucking
Chesh_squeaks tipped $5.
Look!
Is it working?
Yes! Chesh, you generous cunt. Thank you. You didn't have to do that. But look! This is why I set it up on 2 different sites, just in case. Fuck yes. Thank you. I fucking appreciate you, kind soul. I actually have fun stuff to do like tomorrow and the rest of the elongation of the charity, because I did add more days to it, obviously, because my period took me the fuck out. But I have cool shit planned. I just, life happens. There used to be a head shop on the border of DC and Silver Springs that had some insane pieces. That's same in Baltimore. We had a head shop like that. I don't even remember. Mermaid Smoke, I think is literally what it was called. But they had a glass case by the register, and they had like the artsy pieces where it's like blown glass inside the vessel. Like the bong, but inside it's like got an ice cream cone with sprinkles all over it and a cherry and whipped cream, and it looks real. Like they'd have that shit, and they're beautiful, thousands of dollars. But I don't think I could ever bring myself to smoke out of one. Like that's just, I would just put it on the shelf. Blown glass. That's what I think these must have been as well. They were so pretty. Ooh, another book recommendation. I can't talk today at all. It's a tarot. Why? I can't. I got it for Christmas and it's fucking gorgeous. Oh, it's a tarot art book. Sorry, my mouse, don't worry about it. That skull bong, Luna, is fucking sexual. It kind of looks like the neck looks like a fucking unicorn horn. I didn't cheers this. I just realized. Sorry. The Keith Bowl really made me super high. That's a nice looking skull. But do you know what I mean? Or it reminds me of Donnie Darko, how he sees those weird worms coming out of people. Just fucking A. Fucking A. Cheers to that. Why, yes, kitty, I would like another dab. Same. Me and my Keef bowl. A Tom of Finland? I gotta Google that. Hold on. Oh, Lizzie. Oh, shit. Oh, bitch, you're gonna get so inspired from this book. I can already tell. The varied art styles are literally a living boner. That is so cool. I'm a sucker for the old shit. Like the old tarot, where it's almost so simple. I somehow made it all the way to 41 and just got my first jury duty summons. What the fuck? I've had 3 at 35. Whose dick did you suck? Well, you stopped sucking it, obviously. I would love to never get one. I've never had to do jury because thankfully I look the way I look and they're never going to pick me. But I fuck it. It's almost worse that I get picked as often as I do. Because I'm like, you're not gonna pick me for your jury. Please. Can I just put in the thing like covered in tattoos with blue hair? You're never gonna pick me. Please don't make me get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, come to the courthouse and sit there all day for you to not pick me. Please. 0? No. Nope. That is upsetting. It's, I mean, think about sitting in the jury duty feels like the DMV. But legally, you can't leave. That's what it feels like. It's horrible. I hate it. I mean, it's literally like the dumbest thing to think it's the worst, but for someone with ADHD that needs to move, it's the worst thing I've ever experienced. It's so bad. Cheers. I had to reload my bowl. It's because I vote? Damn it, I ain't giving up voting. Oh, no shit. The Last Unicorn's amazing. Have you read the book? That's one of the few books I've ever read in my life where the movie actually lined up almost verbatim, like almost word for word. Phenomenal. Hold on, I wanted to look up that vodka. Tom, what was it? Tom of Finland. The hell? That's just a cool bottle. I'd totally buy that based on just the label. Because I'm boring and don't know what liquor is. Something to note, dress appropriately to not be considered for jury duty. Copy. Dress appropriately. Oh, 100. If you ever get, seriously, the last time I went for jury duty, I didn't even think about it because it was so early in the morning. I was so tired, but I wore my shirt that says like, Hail Satan and drink coffee or something. And it had Lucifer in the middle. But seriously, they will like, I don't know what it is, but I've read about it. They won't pick you if you look alternative. Cause you're you're considered you look like a wild card. They can't tell if we're liberal or conservative. They just don't know. It's worked every time. I'm an accident look like this. Like this is just me all the time, but it definitely kicks me out of the pool every time. Real early. Which is great. It's a don't pick me. Yeah, which is wild because someone who can commit to forever ink on their body, like they make big decisions. Like, I'm sorry, I've planned more of my tattoos than some people plan their children. I've made big decisions all over myself. But sure, I don't want to do this. So yes, I'm probably on crack. Absolutely. Look at me and my crack stuff. You know? Dude, Chesh, the book is really good. It's actually a pretty short book. I've got it behind me. Also a dog under me. Bud, you're in my way. But it is, I mean, like, and I think that's part of the reason The Last Unicorn's also one of my favorite movies of all time ever. Like, I was that kid that my mom would take me to to our local rent a movie shack because I lived in the middle of nowhere. There wasn't a Blockbuster, but I would literally rent The Last Unicorn every single time we went. And she'd be like, "Can't you just get something different?" And I'd be like, "Are you an idiot? No." But the first lines. The unicorn lived in a lilac wood, and she lived all alone. She was very old, though she did not know it, and she was no longer the careless color of sea foam, but rather the color of snow falling on a moonlit night. But her eyes were still clear and unwearied. She still moved like a shadow on the sea. And it just goes on, and it's the exact like narration. And I think it's because the movie has so much narration. Maybe that's why it's like the book. But it's that or Practical Magic, another really good book that they actually did pretty damn well with the movie. Like, there's some of it, obviously they Hollywooded a little bit, but like, without taking too many liberties. Trick's got his head in like the legs of my fucking chair right now. I feel like I'd almost have to lie to get accepted for jury duty. Honestly, I don't know. I've been called in so many times. I assumed maybe it was I thought it was just a random lottery and I just was fucked. I wasn't registered to vote for many years because reasons. I've only gotten one jury summons and it was canceled. Nice. We had to call. Yep. I think everybody has to do that. Every time I've had to be summoned. Oh, every time I've been summoned for jury, whatever. You call the night before and you like check your number to see if you're still supposed to come in. Draw 4 pick color, literally. Yeah, I don't know. They hate it. Jury of your peers is a complete sham, and that's like, man, it's you can't generalize person experience. But everyone I know that just fucking loves being on jury duty, I'd rather go to prison than have them on my jury duty. Like, they're some of the most biased, I'm right, you're wrong people I've ever met. They're just really nosy and want to know other people's business and have some like modicum of control over someone's fate. They're not there because they believe in fairness in the system. So like, I don't know. I'm just gonna not get in trouble if I can help it, because the jury of your peers scares me. Like, no shit. The last time I was called for jury duty, it was in Denver, and it was a whole room of us, and there were like 2 or 3 people who like, I'm trying to remember. This was a year or 2 ago that it happened, and it was really early in the morning. But you wait in this waiting room, you watch some stupid spiel that's like, "Thank you so much for doing your civilian duties, blah 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 blah." And someone comes in and tries to. There's no coffee, there's no food. You're there for like 16 hours. It's horrific. No one's happy. They cannot make you happy, but they do sure try with some nice words. And then you go into the courtroom and you all sit in the courtroom, and then the judge kind of like goes through everyone's little. They give you like a handout that you fill out. It's basically your name, and then literally they had questions like, "What are your favorite movies? What are your interests?" And it was 7:30 in the morning, so Katie answered really, really honestly, i.e., my favorite thing to do is get high, and I love porn. I wasn't lying. Those are the answers I put down. But then what the judge does is she goes through, they go all through all the paperwork, and then they like will call on random like people called for jury duty and ask you questions about said paperwork and whatever. And 3 different people in this group I was in stood up and straight up looked at the judge and said, I mean, almost verbatim, "I don't believe in the American political system. I think this is all bullshit." And they were chosen for jury duty. Like, and I'm not saying like they just, okay. The poor judge has to do this as well. Like, she's got to be miserable going through this process as well. Our judge was female. I'm so sorry if I keep saying she. But, like, just don't be a disrespectful cunt. No one's happy to be here. Nobody. And they just came off as assholes. And part of me thought they got chose for jury because they were being kind of, like, the judge was like, fuck, or whoever picks the jury was like, "Fuck you, dude." But it was just, it came off so, like, rude, like, just, ugh. You ever be around someone that makes your skin crawl because they're just like being so blatantly rude to someone who did no wrong to them at all, that I was like curling into myself, and I was across the room from these people. It was 3 dudes, but like, oh, that's what it felt like. And like, while it's funny to us on the outside, do I want a jury composed of people who are vindictively put there deciding my fate? No. Do I want a really pissed off, tired girl who forgot to take her meds in the morning on my jury? No. And that's what that room was composed of. A bunch of uncaffeinated, grumpy people who aren't getting paid for taking a day off from work to judge some fucker who went and drunk drived or something. Like that, you're just not setting up you know what I mean? It's just the whole, I'm just going to stay out of trouble. Those, Glacial, honestly, like, I can't be around those people. If I know someone personally like that, I will extricate them from my life. Like, I need to take regular shits, and being around a person like that, my asshole would crawl inside my body and give up. It's just like, we all have control over how the fuck we act and what the fuck we say. And that judge did nothing wrong. I mean, she's doing her fucking job. You being an asshole and trying to make her job, I mean, they were obviously just trying to get out of jury duty, you know what I mean? Like, very blatantly. But what's the fucking point in just being a dick? Why? I've never understood. I think it's, And this is just me personally, but the vast majority of people in the world, the vast majority, even some of the most difficult, are very easy to just smile and nod at. Mhm. Mm. Mm. Or just get the fuck away from. There's no I just ugh, that's one of my weirdest, like that's a red flag as a human being for me. Someone who's just willing to be so blatantly fucking what's another rude for? Rude doesn't seem to cover it. It's like I don't know. Rude. Just mean? I think it's just mean. You know? Everyone's there doing their job. That's all those people in the room are doing. Obnoxious. Yeah. Fucking that. Socially ignorant, very much. Or they think it's almost like a kid thinking they're cool. That's what it came off like a little kid thinking they're cool. Like, I don't believe in the American. Obviously, you do because you voted. As you guys just pointed out, the only way you can get called for jury duty is by voting. So you've got something in the political American system, you bitch. Sit down. Sit down, motherfucker. Know what I'm saying? I don't know how else to make a jury though, so like I'm gonna stay out of trouble. I'm gonna try. I don't do legal things. I'm good. What bothers me about it is it's not a jury of peers. Healthcare workers can't take time off for it. Low income people can't take time off for it, et cetera, et cetera. 100%. Yeah. And most people, myself included, could literally just go to my boss and have them write me a note saying, I'm critical to be at work. And I feel like that's a lot of people out there. Maybe some of the educated people we want on our juries because they can't afford to take the time off. My job don't pay me for sitting in jury 7 days, and jury didn't pay me, and I still got bills. So, like, and if I don't pay my bills, I'm gonna end up on the other side of this jury thing in this fucking courtroom with you on my ass because I can't pay my bills because you made me come do jury duty. We're starting an ill cycle that needs to stop. I mean, Spiff, I have a hard time with that too because I just haven't been proven wrong. Thankfully, my sister being a lawyer, I've gotten a lot more insight into judges and whatnot and how they are a lot more normal people and a lot of judges fucking hate cops. But there's evil people everywhere in every profession, right? I mean, how many documentaries have come out about evil nurses out there just killing people for fun recently? But no one's out there going, all nurses are evil. But there's been a lot. The documentaries, I've seen multiples recently coming out about creepy fucking doctors going out there and implanting fake items into people's bodies and claiming it's magic, but no one's I mean, you know what I mean? There's evil people. I mean, evil, but also just like shitty and obnoxious literally everywhere. I'm sure you know that. I mean, working multiple jobs, you notice that. Like, it doesn't matter what your job is, the same like character roster of people will be at every single employment you ever have with different skin on. That's it. There's going to be the obnoxious one, the needy one, the one that calls in all the time, the one that never calls in but is literally always sick, the one that needs to go because of their kids literally every fucking day. They're everywhere you go. You'll never escape those people. Ever. Just got to learn to live with it. And you're one of them. We're all one of those characters inevitably, right? I don't know when I am, but we're in there. Those people take me having no energy for bullshit as me being rude, and I could care less if they don't like me. I mean, there's a wasting your energy on shitty people. Like, we have this many minutes on this planet. I'm going to choose to not waste it breathing at people that are just rude and obnoxious. Fuck that shit. Thanks, C-Town. I'm crampy as fuck, but we're here. Hi, Prendium. What didn't you vote for? Which part? It comes off to me as people who read online how to get me too. And it doesn't work. Like, they're not, I mean, honestly, like, they don't care. Like, I don't know why those people didn't get to leave, but those 3 people that stood up and very rudely, brascally, like, just said, I mean, it sounded like they were reading off of a cue card. Each of these 3 dudes that stood up and they were like, I do not believe it. They literally, it was like stuttered speech, like they were memorizing lines. That's what it sounded like. They didn't even look at the judge. They like, looked at the ground while they recited this shit. And I was like, dudes. Jury duty pays you in your state, Mish? Lucky. Jury duty don't pay you in Colorado or Baltimore. That'd be nice, though. Yeah, I was going to say, in MD, you get 25 now? Dude, I didn't get 25. When I did it in MD, I got $15. And they, no shit, they hand you the 15 and they go, would you like to donate this back to the courthouse? Without even handing it to you, that's still in their hand. You have to ask for it. No shit. Within the same breath, they say, you're welcome to donate this back to blah, 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 blah of the courthouse while they hand you your $15 in cash. It's fucking hilarious. I almost spit taked. I was like, what? Okay. It was cash. They just gave us cash on the spot. And I got it even though I wasn't chosen for jury duty. Like when I lived in Baltimore, I got paid for the day of sitting around waiting to not be chosen for jury duty. In Colorado, there's nothing. You do not get paid. And there also you have to walk through a metal detector. You cannot bring any beverages inside. And on the grounds, there is not one place to get a caffeinated beverage or a piece of food. Just an FYI, if you are ever damned enough to get called into jury duty in Denver, plan for like 12 hours of nothing but a water fountain. That's just facts. It was fucked. I literally got a coffee on my way in, walk up, metal detectors, no beverage, bring in, and it was full and hot. And I tried to guzzle as much as I could, and that was all I got for the entire. And no joy. Oh, I was ready to kill. I was ready to be on the other side of the jury bench. Let me fucking tell you. And I couldn't have been the only one. We are not who you want on your jury. I will condemn you to go home, motherfucker. Don't pick. I'm just kidding. I would never, but I want to. Washington State pays. I was never picked in Washington. I mean, I was never called for it, actually. Wait, no, I was called twice when I was in college, but my mom wrote in and said I was called to do jury duty in Eastern Washington, and I was going to college in Western Washington, so obviously I couldn't just pop in for jury duty. Jury duty pays in New York. Wow, lucky. I'd rather donate it to someone, but not back to that fucking courthouse. Get one In-N-Out combo. I think In-N-Out is sad. The burger, honestly, I don't remember even what the burger tasted like because the fries were so fucking disgusting. And side note, I was beyond high. Like, I was stoned out of my gourd. I should have been able to eat rotten banana peels off of a homeless person's toenail and been pleased. And do you want to know what those fucking fries reminded me of? You know when you get a pedicure and they like do the cheese grater on the bottom of your foot? It's like they took all of that and packed it into a solid mass and then cut it into little strips and like microwaved it. In-N-Out fries. What the fuck? I cannot get around this In-N-Out obsession because the fries are disgusting. Like, not just sad and bad. They're fucking not a fry. It's like a cauliflower fry. It's the Pringle of fry, but kind of soggy. Imagine like the Pringle after it's in your mouth for 3 seconds. That's how you're eating them, though. Like someone pre-sucked it for you. They are so gross. What the fuck? I don't get it. I literally cannot get around them. People are like, oh, In-N-Out. And I'm like, what? That place should be shut. I mean, I'm glad they pay their workers and they like have insurance and stuff, but they should be fucking shut down just out of sheer shame of those fries. Those aren't fries. What are they? Toenail clippings that have been soaked in vinegar for 79 years. Can you get an 8th Amendment violation of your treatment of jury duty? Honestly, I don't know, but that's kind of what it was. It was terrible. They literally had nothing. And the guy, the like dude who comes in and tries to cheer everyone up about wasting their entire day waiting to be picked for jury duty and then not getting picked, he came in multiple times to like joke with us about how we were all probably feeling a little cranky because we didn't get coffee and there's no food in the building and we weren't allowed to bring any in. And I wanted to kill him. I don't think he realized. Murder. Fuck that douche. If you ever watched Parks and Rec, there's an episode where they have like a congressional or something, senator or something come into the office and talk to people, but he's actually like really robotic and scary. And he goes into a room alone and just like stares at a wall. Like, that's what this dude was. But for 12 hours tried to convince us it was totally okay that there was no coffee on the premises or food and that we were all stuck there legally. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. You don't want me on your jury. Let me tell you. I keep trying to load it, Lizzie, and I'm not kidding you. It keeps trying to get me to complete a puzzle to prove I'm a human, and then it will not let me complete said puzzle to prove I'm a fucking human. TikTok sucks. All the crusty nuts. What the fuck? I know, Mech. It's because they're in the fucking fries of In-N-Out, and that's how In-N-Out pays their workers good wages and gives them insurance, is because the fry material is free. It's got to be the burgers, and that's the thing. For me, if I go to like a burger joint, I judge that place on their fries. Anybody can make a burger. Like, depending on what kind of burger you like, everybody has a preference, whether you like big, thick, juicy burger, like smash burgers. But fries are so varied, like depending on what kind of fry they offer, if they're cooked well, et cetera, that if the fries suck, I will never go back. Your burger could suck my dick, and I would never go back. Like I said, went to In-N-Out, stoned off my gourd. I don't even remember consuming the burger because the fries were so fucking shameful. I was just like, what is this? All I wanted was crispy, salty, deep fried, yummy because I'm high, and you gave me Nana's nose drippings. What the fuck? So sad. I've never forgot it. This was like 10 years ago. No, staging, that's the thing. It was in the courthouse, so like I kept my feelings to myself, but the murderous rage was so strong. All of the cards were lined against me. They made me throw away my coffee. I did not take my joy because I forgot. It was first thing in the morning. No food on the premises, no coffee on the premises. No nothing. Oh, and it was cold. And I was trapped. And I'm not the only one. Everyone there was the same. And this is the people you want judging your life, whether or not you go to prison? Because you decided to do some fucking crime. I wouldn't want me on there. Like, I'm going to try to be as fair as possible, but it's inevitable that my current state of emotions is definitely going to come in to play with this situation. And there is something to that courthouse creating that state of emotions. Like, they could make us feel fuzzy and happy. They could have a vending machine of pot. It's legal here. But they choose to starve us of literally anything in the world that feels nice. Know what I'm saying? It was bad. It was just like, it did feel a little like a joke. Like a little bit, you're like, are you serious? This is where you're gonna, and you watch like we couldn't leave. So you watch employees coming and going and leaving for lunch and stuff and bringing back food. And you were just like, oh, if I kill you, can I have that sandwich? I mean, I'll kill someone for you for that sandwich. What? You know what I'm saying? It was bad. I didn't know. I wasn't picked for jury. You learn nothing about the case unless you're picked. So I knew nothing. You're just pulled in. And that's the thing. They don't want you to know what kind of case you're going into because that may change how you present yourself, whether you are now interested in being on that jury. And the reasons you're interested in being on that jury are always questionable and they just can't tell. So, like, for instance, if it was, like, I used the example of drunk driving incident earlier. If it was a drunk driving incident, myself, for instance, who had a dad die of severe alcoholism, pancreatic failure, liver cancer due to alcohol, brother died in a drunk driving accident, etc., I myself may be mildly internally biased towards a drunk driving incident. Regardless of whether or not there's casualties, I'd look at someone dumb enough to go behind a wheel with one beer in their system and think, go to jail. Fuck you. You kill people. And, maybe that's a little unfair. So they do not tell us. You don't know shit until you're chosen. And I never know. They just do not fucking choose me. Thank God. I mean, seriously though, like, get away from the people in your family who are enabling this behavior of alcoholism. Find some people in your life who actually love you and will try to do something, and go to AA. Yeah, I was being very, like, you know, drastic examples. I don't believe in the American prison system. That's what I don't believe in. I don't know about the court system, but the prison system is literally institutionalized fucking slavery, and they should feel bad. You know, Station, though, I don't think they are allowed to share outside of the case, though, even if they know. My Nana loved being on jury duty. Loved. She was actually on some major cases in Seattle. She could not tell us, but she was during jury duty during, like, Green River Killer and shit like that. I have no idea if she was actually on that jury, but she was doing jury duty during those things. She loved jury duty. And as much as I loved my Nana, I don't think I'd want her on my jury. I love her to death, but she got a lot of Catholic in her. Whole lot of Catholic, whole lot of racist, especially at that point. I don't know if I'd want her on my jury. And I'm not saying she'd purposely be biased, but we all have internal bias. Everyone has internal whatever going on that we don't, like, are unaware of, you know? Pre-bias. Thank you, Mish. That's the word I was trying to look for. We all have, like, pre-bias built into us based on our background, our life, etc., etc. Like, I myself, I would actually be a lot more lenient and soft on someone where it was a drug use case, because I have so much history with that. So many of my siblings and family members, etc., have gone through addiction, have gone through traumatic experiences with that, to where I don't see that person as a criminal. I see that person as a human with addiction. Whereas someone who doesn't have that background and hasn't personally watched loved ones go from a state of normal, sober functioning to, like, literally pulling their teeth out and selling their butthole for drugs, to then again being better, they don't have that personal experience to believe that that person is a human being who's addicted and not just a horrible criminal who needs to be locked up. Everybody has it. We can't help it. I'm sure I have it too. Checkers? I don't know if we have a Checkers around here, Luna. I'm going to write that down. You know what's sad? Five Guys, I think, is my favorite just greasy, junky fucking burger, but they are so overpriced that I'd never go there. Like, $15 for just a cheeseburger? Suck you where? Check. It sounds familiar. That's why I wanted to write it down. I want to look it up. It's too expensive. Thank you. Thank you. I agree. $15 for a smash burger? No. I can't. I can't. You're not classy. Okay, what's your definition of classy? I feel like I've had this argument a lot with people in chat in the years. But, like, in my opinion, I'm extremely classy. Because I treat everyone the same and respect them, and I'm nice in general and kind. Unless someone just, like, comes off as just an in general fucking douchebag waste of air, in which case I will reciprocate in fucking kind. Know what I'm saying? Class is a state of mind and a way of acting. But you can still say fuck, twat, and cum. Be classy. You know what I'm saying? Just my opinion. Ooh, yum. That's like 2 Big Macs in Denmark. That's what I'm saying, Station. Like, I mean, you can go, no shit. I don't know if you probably, like, I don't know if you guys have Red Robin. It's like a chain restaurant with burgers in the States. It's pretty popular. It's okay. They got steak fries, whatever. You can get a platter of fucking mounded steak fries and a huge burger for like $12 at a sit down restaurant, i.e., Red Robin. Throw a Diet Coke on there for like, I don't know, $3.50 infinite refills versus Five Guys where you get a smash burger in a bag. They pour some fries on top of it. If you get fries, then your meal's $20 and you walk out with it. It's just wild. Why is it so expensive? Yeah, that's what Red Robin. I don't know if Red Robin's really that. I haven't actually seen one in ages. Katie and Letterkenny is a fucking classy bitch. Amen. So is Wayne's lady. What's her name? The beautiful lady with the dog. She goes off to the pit bull rescue. She's a classy fucking bitch. Classy is about how you treat people. It doesn't mean you look like breakfast at Tiffany's. And it doesn't mean you speak properly with all your syllables. Fuck that. A lot of people look real fucking classy and act like absolute pieces of trash. Trash. KFC, McDonald's, and Burger King. Yeah, those are the most common. Do you guys have Starbucks? Dude, fried ravioli is fucking underrated. Five Guys got expensive in the last 5 to 10 years. Used to be super reasonable. Okay, I had like a fever dream about that. No shit. The last time Zach and I were thinking about getting burgers, we like looked at Five Guys online. We were like, oh yeah, just kidding. That's why we don't go to Five Guys, because you can get a decent smash burger 50 other places that doesn't cost $15 for just a burger. Like, just a burger. Just the burger. What the fuck? We're in a fucking crisis all across the board in terms of financial things. What the hell is happening? It's like, what? But I remember like when Five Guys first like became a thing when I was really, really young. It wasn't that expensive. Like, I feel like my family would take us there because it was decently priced. It wasn't ridiculous, and it wasn't McDonald's. There's a restaurant chain I didn't know existed until I came back to LA called Spires. These guys have an ad in their window for the most basic looking sandwich and fries. Maybe that's the selling thing. Yeah. Yeah, it's the Yum thing. I can't think of it because this fucking music's playing and I don't know where it's playing from. What's the Red Robin? It's just like Red Robin, Yum. Yeah, that. Yep, it's my mom's favorite place in the entire world. If we go out somewhere, she's got to go to Red Robin. Checkers. Yeah, I feel like I don't know if it's just I don't know if it's really going away. I don't go out to eat very often. But when I was in college, I remember I started seeing, like independently owned burger places pop up. And they'd be like, yeah, we use local grass-fed beef and we use this and we use that. But a single patty cheeseburger with literally no vegetables on it is going to be $23. And then if you want some like truffle, if you want like a half cup of truffle fries on the side, that's going to be an additional $7.99. Oh, do you want a soda? Pick from our organic wall of bottled sodas with no refills whatsoever. Each one is $4.99. And suddenly you've got a $30 meal. And I was a college student. And that just started happening everywhere. It was like the prices just fucking blew up. And they would claim it was all this local shit and whatever. And I was like, bitch, I grew up on a farm. Like, just because it's local and grass-fed doesn't mean it's triple the price. What the fuck? You're independently owned. You got no overhead. What's happening? It was weird. I never went there, but I had friends that went there and they're like, it's just a cheeseburger. They're just, you think it's going to taste better and like suddenly your whole body's going to come alive and heal your liver mystically because it's got natural aioli on it or some shit. Or whatever. I don't know. If you're eating a burger, you're fucking eating a greasy piece of beef between bread with probably cheese. You're not going to make it healthier just because it's more expensive or it's local or grass-fed. And I have truffle oil. It ain't that expensive. Truffle fries should not cost $7.99 for a half cup of like sad limp fries. I don't know how they get away with it. And these places didn't even have a sit down. Like they were like so small. They didn't even have a place for people. You literally had to leave with it. So, like, no overhead. I don't know. It's aioli's literally, isn't it literally like garlic and salt added to mayonnaise? Right? I mean, I'm a big fan of aioli, but the fact that places charge for a side of it, fuck, we never miss 420. Cheers. What are you talking about? It's just fancy mayo. Oh, little lemon juice. Yeah. But they they'll charge like $3.99 for this little like, and they're like, oh yeah, that's our aioli. And you're like, I'm sorry, did you pay that person $3.99 to whip it in a steel bowl in the back? What's happening here? Chop chop. Ooh, salad place, all fresh ingredients. Dude, I'm a fucking sucker for a salad. I love salad. Fresh quinoa, fresh veggies, good proteins. Oh, I'd fuck that. Hell yeah. Oh, dude, JJ, 100%. I'd fuck that. C-Town. I can't remember who told me recently, but Dick's actually takes card now, which makes it even better. Like, it was never much of a problem that they only had cash because the burgers are still $3.99 or $5.99 or whatever, but they take card now. That's where I'm going next time I go home. I know. That's all I gotta say about that. Dude, Stajan, does truffle just taste like fucking dusty mold to anybody else? I've never eaten actual truffle. Like, again, poor, not of that level. I don't think I'd really ever want to go to a restaurant that shaves truffle on something. I'm a cheap bitch. I like a good hoagie. If I'm gonna eat, I want it to taste good and fill me up. I don't care if it's fancy. But every time I've had truffle oil on literally anything, it tastes like a motherfucking Dusty Rod Johnston! Hi, Rod. How are you, lover? Welcome, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Wieners! We love them. Every time I've had anything with truffle oil on it, it feels like if you've ever accidentally eaten a piece of bread that has a little mold on it, and you get that, like, dust whiff in your nose, you're like, oh, that's mold. It's not gonna kill you unless you got a fucking penicillin thing, then spit it out and run away. But, like, I don't get it. But I've never had actual truffle. It's just like truffly things, where it's like infused with oil or something. I don't get it and I don't like it. Like one time I went somewhere and it was like they had this I saw another table order it and it was like macaroni and cheese, like baked with the crumbly breadcrumbs on it. And I mean, noodles and cheese. How do you go wrong? I found out how you fucking go wrong. Truffle oil. The whole thing just tasted like truffle oil. Truffle oil with a noodle texture. That was it. The whole fucking bowl. It was just sad. It's just sad. There was no actual truffle. Just truffle oil. But that's all. That was the overwhelming. And it was like in my nose, everything. And I like the way it smells, actually. I don't hate it. It like is kind of funky, herby, whatever. But it's so overpowering that I feel like, you know how, this is so gross, but like oil goes rancid pretty fucking fast. I feel like sometimes companies, when they like make too much oil that they're meaning to sell as just like vegetable oil or something, and it's on the point of going rancid, they will then go and infuse it and sell it for more money. Because every time I've had it, it fucking tastes rancid. He's moldy. Some mold. Have you ever seen like a fern release its spores? It's kind of like dust. It's like ejaculating dust. Zoe, my love, I hope you're doing wonderful. I hope your feet smell nice today and you all get to eat some delicious lesbian cheese. Amen. Hallelujah. Abso-fruitly. My mom and I have had an imaginary rock band for like 20 years. That when we hear a perfect name, we add a band member. Dusty Mold, oh my God, is now a band member. Thank you. You're absolutely welcome. That's beautiful. I love that. That's kind of like the ongoing joke of like new band name, new album title. Dusty Combs. Oh my God, Dusty Combs would be a great country singer for your band, by the way. And now presenting Dusty Combs. I have cramps. Where are my pills? That's this. If I die, you know how ghosts usually like they have a sound like chains or foots. This is me. It's either leave or no, Marilyn. You're too creepy these days. We can't. Used to love you, but you had to go be a rapey piece of shit. Sorry for that triggering word, but he totally is. My first bad trip was on legal shrooms, but I went back and finished off the bag of shroom edibles. It's like balsamic dressing. It's literally oil with vinegar. People will just jerk off. I mean, there are some fancy balsamics out there where they're like thick and syrupy and like super sweet. I had them in Italy and they use them actually on some sweet desserts, but the shit they put in salad, it's just vinegar. Like, cool. You added vinegar to oil. Groundbreaking. But it's brown. Ooh. What topic? About music? Did I miss it? My brain's very spacey today. It's the cramps and the fucking weed. I apologize. I love talking music. Dude, that's cereal. I mean, it reminded me there's an episode of, I want to say it's Good Mythical Morning, dude. Vile would know. Um, and I can't remember if they actually tried them or not. I'll have to look it up. But it was an episode where they got all these like 90s snacks. And it was fascinating. Like they got Surge and they got Gushers and Fruit Roll-Ups and Bagel Bites. Like some of the things still exist today. Bagel Bites definitely still exist today, but I haven't seen Surge forever. Gushers I think still exist, but there was a lot of stuff that you can't get anymore. I can't remember all of it. I can't remember if they ate it though. Like that can't be, like after a while, highly chemicaled food products like that start to change molecularly. Surge for sale? You got Gushers at Costco. They're real. I knew it. None of these things I was allowed to have as a kid. Like my snacks were like an apple. So I have no nostalgia around them. But we got Gushers for 420 this year and they were fun. They're very sour and I dug that. Got it, Rod. Thank you. Oh, really? True balsamic doesn't have to be syrupy. The stuff that's 40 plus years old. Okay, that might have been what I had. Because it was so, I mean, it was like this little, it was like this kind of, it almost looked like a Patron bottle, but it was like this small. You know the shape I'm talking about? And they put their finger over the top and they like did this drizzle across like a sweet dessert we had. And it did not move. It looked like chocolate, like a chocolate syrup almost. It was so thick, but it was sweet. It did not have a vinegar back at all. I mean, I was scared. I was like, vinegar on sweet shit. What the fuck are we doing? It was delicious. I don't know though. It might have been old shit. Like good old, you know what I'm saying? But the stuff that's 12 years old is fucking amazing compared to the crap they call balsamic here in the US. And that's what I'm saying. Like everything I've had in the US is just brown vinegar. In my opinion, that's all it tasted like. But when I travel, I mean, obviously, we ruin food. We've just come full circle. I was sitting alone in my room just watching TV and had a spider crawling on my hand and had a freak out on shrooms. Oh man. That's no one has a good time there. Maybe it was like a glaze. Oh, JJ, let me give you oh, thank you, Rod. I was just gonna do it. It was strawberries. I was trying to think of it. I remembered there was mint leaves that were actually you supposed to be eaten. Like they were part of the dish. It was strawberries, mint leaves. It was on something. It's been too long. But I remember the balsamic. It was because I remember them dripping it and I was like, what the fuck is that? Yep, EVO. I learned about olive oil. I took a cooking class when I was in Italy, and then when that I'm moving these links over that you guys gave me. That lady that we took a cooking class from in Italy actually came to America to visit family or something and contacted us and we all did a cooking class again. And she brought a bunch of olive oils over and had us taste them. Like fresh olive oil versus like the rancid shit they sell in the States that doesn't have a flavor really. And it was just different food. She was like, "Can you taste the complexities and the differences?" I'm like, "Okay, this one has flavor and this one just doesn't." Like, real olive oil tastes like grass. It's got, like, that weird not grass, but you know what I mean. Like, what do hippies do? Is it sweetgrass shots? Great grass shots. What is it? I'm a hippie. You know what I'm talking about. So, wheatgrass shots. It smells like that. I don't think I've ever had real wasabi, though. I'm well aware that the shit in the States is just dyed horseradish, but I don't think I've ever had the real shit. Wheatgrass, yeah. That's what it smells. It's got that sweet, herby flavor, and it actually had flavor, which makes sense because she was like, the weirdest confusing thing is that in Italy, they very rarely cook with olive oil. Olive oil is like a dressing or a garnish or a sprinkle on top, and they have all these different olive oils for whatever they're doing. Versus like in an American kitchen, there's one bottle of olive oil and they use it for everything, and to them that's so weird. But once she tasted the shit in America, she's like, now I get it. There's no flavor in what you have in America, versus the reason we don't cook with it is it would destroy the flavor of the olive oil. Like that delicate, whatever that flavor is of whatever the fuck. I don't know. She talked a lot about it. I didn't remember it all. But like there's different processes, different trees, whatever. It would just like destroy it, I guess. I mean, that's JJ right. Isn't there like it's a good I feel like a good general. Oh my god, Lizzie, I think I got that fucking TikTok to load. I never did a puzzle. It was a puzzle piece proving I was a human, by the way. I do puzzles, but that's what it was trying to it kept trying to get me to move a puzzle piece and it wouldn't let me move it. When I went to college for the first time, like I was coming off of like my mom's garden vegetables, well water, and either hunted meat or fresh farmed, like we farmed meat, like the pork was raised by us. Going into that and then living off of like a college cafeteria diet, I started getting really sick, like really digestively sick, like either couldn't shit or couldn't stop shitting either way. I always had this weird taste in my mouth. Like I just started feeling really gross. And so my mom, instead of putting tuition towards having like a food hall card, she would give me like an allowance to go grocery shopping. And she taught me, I can't remember if she said it this way, but this is the way I would like chant it to myself. Like just aim to buy food that has been touched by humans the absolute least. Like the least a food has been fucked with by a human, it's probably my best option. And that's just served me pretty well. Some people say like shop the perimeter of a grocery store. I think that's another way to say it. But that's always been like a general, I mean, I feel like that because I actually learned my God, it's Asian. I learned that at my college specifically, all the food cooked in all of the dining halls was cooked and fried, was cooked and fried in coconut oil, not because it was cheap, not because it was some nutritional benefit or anything like that. It was specifically cooked in olive oil because all of the food was so highly processed that if they didn't cook it in coconut oil, the students would just all be constipated. Like a mass constipation across the fucking campus of a state university. So, like, we were all just, like, dosed with coconut oil to shit our brains out. And we did. Oh, the ass pisses. They were strong. And then they were all like, well, actually, coconut oil is great for your hair and everybody should eat it. And then all the hippies were like, coconut oil. Ah! And then the world was into it. And everybody was like, we were all like, no, that makes you the ass pisses. Why would you do that? People. They be baffling. Flowbots. What the fuck tit is that? Oh, I'm just clearing links out. I got a lot up. Nope, don't clear that one. That's that one. That's that one.
Shitter was full!
Kilamento, thank you for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it an ace wings. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways. I fucking appreciate you. That's a lot of months. I'm fine. Dude, Anderson packs the shit. Speaking of fountain drinks, how many of us here have gone to a gas station or someplace with a fountain drink dispenser and mixed all the flavors together? Graveyard. We called it a graveyard. I don't know. I heard some people call it a suicide. A graveyard. Yeah, we did that. It was terrible. It wasn't the best, especially with arachnophobia. Dude, did you freeze? No, you screamed. I don't want anything mysterious to touch me. Did I? Yes, I did. That's Flowbots. Okay. Little fuzzies. Do, 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 do. This, I think, is bugs all the time. If this touches my neck, I'll be like, oh, fuck. It's just hair. It's fine. Concoctions, yeah, they were gross. I mean, they were never good. It was like sour bad. Yeah, shop the perimeter. Usually, I don't know if that's universal to all grocery
Dinner is
stores, but like,
full.
Con. Finally got the Prime subscription to work. Fuck yes. Don't forget to use your Primes. If they're working, you don't have to use them here, but use them wherever you normally use them, because I'm assuming you're all real smart, kind people who would never deign to forget your Prime sub. I would never go so far as to assume that you are willingly shoving a $5 bill up the crusty butthole of Jeff Bezos every month by just conveniently forgetting to give it to a starving streamer. I would never! Don't forget your son. Thanks for the train! Purpose of all the work I did, i.e. researching all these charities who don't have massive, like, just redonkulous overhead where, you know what, I was saying this recently, I don't know if you heard about, but like, when my mom got breast cancer, she did a lot of research on her own into Susan G. Komen and very easily found out that less than 3% of money that Susan G. Komen takes in, it actually goes towards any form of breast cancer relief, research, surgery, help, cancer treatment, etc. Less than 3%, which is fucking disgusting. So when my mom went in and got the official, like, after the biopsy, like, you do actually have breast cancer, they gave her a basket. I'm not fucking with you. It was bigger than my arm span. It was like an oval, like an Easter basket, but it was like this big. And it was overflowing with pink fucking Susan G. Komen bullshit. All that little ribbon, water bottles and exercise stuff and books all about cancer and da-da-da-da, blah. And my mom took it, walked, and this was the hospital she worked at, where she was, obviously, because you get basically free care if you go get care at the hospital you work at, where she works. Anyways, when we were walking out, she took that entire basket, fucking dumped it in a dumpster, like, immediately out the door, and said, fuck Susan, and got in her car, and we learned up together. And that is the face of many of the largest, most notorious in my mind, but like famous charities in the world. They've gotten so big that they take in such a massive amount of money that when they say, we donate billions to this and that and whatever, or billions of what we take in goes to this and that and whatever, they're not revealing that hundreds of billions are going to some fuck living on an island they own. You know what I mean? So they get away with it. It's not really seen as easily. So, like, the charities that I chose on that we voted and everything, one of the biggest things to me was like, what the fuck is the overhead on them? And I was trying to aim for under 20% of an overhead. And thankfully, I think I aimed for exactly that. Like 1 or 2 is around 10%, 7% overhead or something like that. It's not too bad, but it doesn't matter because we went with a local one where there's literally no overhead at all because it's privately owned and awesome and whatever. But that was I'm so sorry. I'm so ADD today. I'm just in a lot of pain right now and I'm talking over it. My body is sabotaging me. So because of that, small localized charity, not on any of these websites. All of these websites take quite a large cut. So Zach told me this is what he does for his charities, is he just puts up a donation goal, has the donations go to his PayPal just like tips, but tweets out the receipt, shows stream the receipt. Like once your charity's done, I will take that lump sum and lump sum that motherfucker to the charity. And then, like, not that I would assume you guys would think I'm a skis, but it feels like a really easy way to scam people. Zach Cities does all the time. And it's been totally above board, totally awesome, works. And I'm not taking a cut. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So, sorry, really long, convoluted way of saying that is why, if you click the donation link, it says it's going to ClassyKatie. Once our charity is done, the 7th of January, yeah, I extended it an extra week because my period took me out 2 days, and today, kind of. I will take that lump sum, and I will throw it in honor of class holes, and then I will, like, here's the receipt, guys, please. I'm not a skis ball. I just can't stand the idea of, it reminds me of, like, systems where there's multiple middlemen and everyone's taking a tiny cut, but when you look at it in the big picture, all of a sudden 50% is gone. Like, a huge cut gets taken once you look at all these little, like, GoFundMe, I knew I didn't wanna do because they take almost I can't remember exactly the percentage. It honestly depends on what you're raising it for. But there wasn't one website out there that either didn't take a percentage or I'm not kidding you, there's a lot of websites out there where they charge me like, if I'm just a person who wants to raise money for a charity, i.e., like, via their community, they wanna charge you $3.99 for a membership a year. Like, $399 a year, not a joke, I found many like that. $4.99 a year, $5.99 a year, like, upwards of a fucking Adobe subscription a year, and then they would take a cut on top of it, and there's so much charity fucking scamming out there. It's wild. I don't know, like, until a few years back when a few of my streamer friends had to learn the hard way, I never in my life thought people would go the scamming way of, like, a charity. Like, I'm gonna feign doing this good thing to do a really bad thing. It's crazy. I thought about a BDO, also with Tiltify. They can go on to Tiltify, but, like, it's not a quick process, and I felt and I get this is probably me just putting I don't know. I feel guilty for existing. Let's just start there. You guys know this. It feels really I feel shitty being like, "Hey, I really wanna raise money for you guys via my community. Can you go do some shit for me?" Like, if the owners of Healing Steps, if they went to Tiltify, they can actually submit their charity to Tiltify, but Tiltify has to go through a process of vetting them or whatever before they can actually set up a legit account on there, and they'd have to go put all their tax information in there and all this stuff, and it's like asking them to do work for me. Feels bad. And it stops me from asking because I'm like, it just feels kinda like, and you guys know Tiltify, very much like Twitch, very much like a lot of this world we live in right now is very new and convoluted. It's kind of the Wild West. It is not easy to navigate for someone who's on the internet all the time, let alone someone who runs a horse farm and helps people heal with animals. And I'm not there physically to, like, help them. I'm literally not even near the state. It feels bad. It feels like asking, you know what? Does that, you know what I mean? I don't know. It feels shitty for me to be like, will you go do all this, please? Because it's never easy, you know? It's never easy, ever. No process is easy. It can't be simple, and I mean, I've been struggling trying to fucking set this goddamn thing up for weeks. Imagine them getting into it, you know? Maybe mech honestly, that would like, if we did this first one and I, like, just blanket gave it to them via their whatever. They have so this is the thing, if you go to their website, which is actually if you I think it's exclamation charity, Glut put it in the chat for us. If you go to their website, they have a Venmo and they have, like, links to donate. The only reason I mean, I almost straight up just put that in. There's no way for me to quantify what we've raised. Like, I have no clue. I would have no clue. There's no way for me to know because I'm not linked up to that account in any way, shape, or form. So I could put that in there, but, like, this wouldn't update. I would have no clue. There'd be no alerts. Like, bitch. Thank you. I do need pot. Thank you, HST. Healing Steps Therapy. Therapy, that's what it is. Thank you. If you go there, they got all those links, but they're just and it's not like that's important, but it's fun. I think it's fun to be like, look what we did today. It's kind of like fun bragging rights. Oh, it does for charity as well. Thank you. It is creepy, and I'm sorry. I do need to change that. I need to go through my alerts, actually, because it's not even Christmas time anymore. Thank you for those biddies, by the way, Station. But yeah, that's honestly the struggles I was having with the charity. I was like, fuck. Like, it's a lot of work to just ask someone to do for a stranger on the internet. Like, hey, can you go put in all your legal and tax information to this website? You don't know me, but please trust me. Ha ha ha. It just felt weird. I don't know if I'm off base on that, but it felt kind of shit. I don't know. I don't want to. But what I was going to say is if we did this charity first and I donated, and then like I could literally like hit them up with an email like, hey, my community, we all voted to we do a charity each year. You're the charity we chose, et cetera, et cetera. Like I would love to work with you again. If you went and signed up on Tiltify, it makes this so much easier. And then each one of my like community members who donates to our charity goal, then they can tax exempt, like they can write this shit off on their tax. Like you can write, like it would just, I would feel less because I don't know, showing that we actually did the charity. I am a person, you guys are people. We're not just sketchy people on the internet trying to like, fish information off of someone. It would feel like I was more trustworthy. Is that stupid? It is. It's fun. I love a checklist. I love a bar. I love filling up a goal. All of that is fun. Like I like that stuff. Not stupid. Okay. It just felt like, and if someone came to me and was like, "I'd like to raise money for your community. Can you sign up with this website?" I'd fucking go do it in a second. But for some reason, I feel like I'm inconveniencing someone, and I'm just a person on the internet. Like they don't know me from Adam, if you will. So showing that we did it, we're real people, like we actually are just innocent people who like to help and asking like, hey, Tiltify's a legitimate website who works with all these major charities. Go put your charity on there. And like not even will it make it easier for us to work with you again, but like other people who work on the internet and do charity drives can randomly find you because maybe they believe in mental health support, they believe in just taking care of horses. Like who knows? You could be getting a lot more money just by being available there in the search. People might just search horse, they might search like animal therapy, et cetera, et cetera. Like you could be getting a lot more income to help your patients and whatnot if you're available on there. But it feels more legit because there's so many people online, and you guys know there's so many fucking money phishing scams these days. Moment to talk about your crisis and warning, your student loans, but I mean, do you have a moment to sign up for Tiltify? This random person on the internet, like numbers go up, burn. I love it. I mean, it's just, and look at the little fart on them. I don't know. I like that stuff. Checklists are fun. They're not necessary, but they're fun. And also, it's, I want to say thank you for helping. And I can't if I don't know who's helping. Like, it's just word of mouth. Anybody could come in and be like, yeah, I donated $1 million. You didn't even know. And I'd be like, I can't prove you wrong. I doubt you did that, but sure. How's their dog hairs just in the air touching me all the time? Hi, Anubis. Ugh. The SpongeBob meme? Oh. I mean, you have a reason for all your memes. I see you, bitch. Is HelloFresh sponsoring again? I don't know. They kind of hit up streamers randomly once in a while. I think they've hit up Zeke and I both once. We subscribed to HelloFresh. I mean, I subscribed. We were using HelloFresh like 8 months before either of us ever got sponsored by them. They're actually legit. It's so easy. I love not thinking about it at the end of the day, but it's always tasty. You could always be the chosen charity at a furry con. Dude, I would. Don't put it past me. Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior? Your dead relative left you money. Please just enter your social security number, date of birth, time of birth, rising sign, Lilith sign, mother's maiden name. Ooh, music. What are you playing? Oh shit, it is time. Thank you, station. Holy shit. What happened to dude, I'm so hot because of my fucking uterus right now. It's just like bodies, they suck. I love planning out big things in my checklist app. Not only does it help me stay organized, finding it all checked off, me too. I make physical checklists as well. It feels so like if I'm already in the middle of like a list of tasks, but I'm kind of like getting I can feel myself getting scattered in the middle of the day. I'll write down all the tasks I had planned for the day just so I can check off the shit I've already done. Gives myself a little serotonin boost to go do the other shit. Like, yeah, I already did it, but I did it today and it was part of my mental list, so it totally counts. I just forgot to make the checklist. That was the first thing. I went to 2, 3, and 7 first. So now we're just, feels nice. I do it all the time. Yeah. Checklists, fulfilling. I mean, I think it's human nature. It just feels nice to have a goal. And like, I mean, every time we've ever set a goal, you guys blast it out of the park, and that's exciting. We're just humans. It's fun. Helping people feels nice. Fucking sue us. Good news, antibiotics. Fuck yes. They are kicking your ass, but they're working. Do you just feel shittier on them? No pun intended. Are you pooping? You got the ass pisses? Dude, I've never had that kind of. Is it like painful? I think I've heard it. It's kind of like norovirus, right? I don't think they're the same thing. Not a gut specialist, but it's like really bad, like stomach cramps, right? Just like pain. What up, Dead Minds? I hope you're doing well, Honeybean. Thank you. I mean, I don't. Dare I? Dare I mutter? How could it get any worse? No, Katie, bad. You know what I'm saying? Dog hell. I know. I've cursed us all. Throw the salt over your shoulder. Shit. I got nothing to throw. My dog's back there. I don't want to hit my dog. I mean, I don't plan to get in a car anytime today, so I'm fine. People still get that shit RevoltCon. I mean, that's one of the bummers to being a adult model allegedly on the internet is that shit's picture screenshots are really easy to take, and people. I'm sorry, font.
MacJack gobble gobble $150. Numbers go up.
Bitch. I'm so happy it's updating live at least. Thank fuck. Thank you so much for the donation to our charity. I will talk about it so much more tomorrow. It is Faded Friday tomorrow, so bring your pots, bring your musics, bring your fun times. I have plans to just make a fool of myself with not a horse, so no worries. It's gonna be fun. But essentially, quick rundown. It is a charity. It is a how would you say? It's a ranch where people can go who have all ranges of different types of mental or physical disabilities, and they are allowed to interact with various farm animals, but most importantly and more centered around horses, whether that is just simply interacting with a horse, being around them, riding them, etc., etc. And I've personally seen so much hot, nasty magic come out of just people connecting with an animal. I was talking about this the day we voted on it, but like I've seen videos of people who bring their child to places like this because places like this exist all over the world. My aunt worked for one for many, 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 many years. She didn't work; she volunteered because she was good with horses. She would just lead people around a corral or whatever. But I've seen people who are like what you would call like non-functioning autistic to the level where their whole body is like clamped down. They cannot talk. They are like their arms are in, their legs are in, and their father picks them up and their body does not move. I mean, it almost looks like tetanus. And they literally just pick up their child and let the hand brush against a horse's face. I'm going to cry when I talk about it. Sorry. Animals really get me. But you see the body of this human, this child, who literally looked like they had tetanus, suddenly relax and their head turns like nothing was wrong. And they look at the animal with these eyes, and the animal looks at them. And there's something I think is wrong that we're disconnecting from nature and thinking we're not animals because we're just fucking animals. And looking into a big old soul like that does something weird. And like the dad's crying and the coach will start crying and the kid's just like, ooh, big horse, cool. And their whole body just starts to go limp and suddenly they're standing independently. What have we done to our brains? I don't know. It's just magic. I'm so glad that that's the charity you guys chose, and I'm proud of you. I just personally like animals are everything. I don't know. And if animals, like, if taking care of animals can also help take care of people, like, fucking win win. Horses are. Like, y'all know, I was fucking stomped by a horse at the ripe age of 12, had lots of plastic surgery on my face, and I thank Satan every day my jaw didn't grow in weird, because God knows what the fuck could have gone down there. Doesn't mean horses are magical. Horses are magical. I mean, animals are magical, but there's truly some. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you experienced about it. You can experience it just being near a cow, in my experience. Being near a huge breathing mammal, it kind of like, um, I want to say humanizes you a little. It like humbles you in your brain, and because there's so few things in this world that stand taller than people that we're around on a daily basis. When you're near something so big, it humbles you a little bit, and you're like, wow, I'm not the top. And most of those giant animals are fucking vegetarians, which is crazy. Cheers. Ooh, Mech, thank you. I forgot about my tip panel. I will do that tonight. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for your generous tip to said charity. I don't know if I made too light of that or if I, but thank you. Hold on. Tip panel, good idea. I forget sometimes because I'm always in my own dashboard and never in my own channel. I forget all those panels are even down there sometimes until I need to add one. Thank you. Yeah, and Glut actually made the healing steps alert in the channel for me and shit today because I just totally like my entire energy and focus, honestly, the last like 24 hours was like, I just want to come back to stream. I miss my friends. Just be functional to come back, just be able to stream. And I completely forgot that I had already pre-set up all this stuff the night, like, I don't even remember. Monday night? Christmas? Oh, fuck. I don't know. Dude, fuck yeah. No, absolutely, Mech. Actually, I like Glut. He made our alert for us. Exclamation HST or exclamation charity should pull up the links. But I like that blurb. I want to put that in there. I appreciate it. I totally forget those are down there. But seriously, it is. It's a charity that works with healing people from various things in their life with horses and animals. And like it it's just real. I don't know. I know I don't need to convince you guys. I couldn't say enough good things about what animals do for my life. I know you guys know I talk about it a lot. Like there are studies, many, many studies. It's been proven time and time again that just petting an animal like gives us surges of like dopamine and serotonin. Like tons of happy chemicals just stroking your cat's head or your dog or something. It's wild. And like it lowers blood pressure, exactly, lowers blood pressure, lowers cortisol, levels, I think it actually lowers cholesterol. It's crazy, and, I mean, there's something to it in terms of I relate it a lot to what's that when you, like, go barefoot outside, grounding? I've been doing that for years, I didn't even know it had a term. I just started doing it when I traveled because I heard, like, walking barefoot, if you, like, go into a new time zone, can help you a lot sync up with, like, the magnetic rhythms of that side of the earth so you don't have as bad a jet lag. But now I do it if I'm feeling like so anxious that I feel like I'm literally vibrating. Like I will go barefoot. Doesn't matter the weather. Doesn't matter what the fuck's going on outside. Go barefoot and just squish my toes in some dirt. And there's some. It feels like it's being sucked out of me. But I think there's something to it. Like we think we're so above nature and animals and like the food chain that we have separated ourselves from the earth physically with a foundation of cement and a house made of a lot of synthetic materials, rubber shoes, more synthetic materials, and we just like in all ways we keep like taking ourselves away from just feeling fucking nature to the point where we go outside and we're like outside itches and doesn't look as good as Skyrim and then we go back inside, which like I agree on 50% of that. But also there is something about just like going the fuck and getting like hug a tree. I don't know. I think there's something to it. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I think there's something to it. Oh my god, Chesh, do you have a link to that? Because I'd love to put that in the panel. Seriously, like Meg said, the more information I can have down there that's just easy for people to click and find, the better. Because, like, I mean, $1, $20, $120. you guys know, every little bit helps, especially when it comes to not only, I mean, again, I know I don't need to convince you guys to help with charity in any way, shape, or form. But when you think about it on the grand scale of things, not only are they taking care of enormous animals like horses, and horses are fucking expensive to care for. The amount of food they eat, the amount of care that goes into a horse, it's astronomical. But the insurance that this ranch has to have to be able to put people who are of varying disabilities on a fucking horse, which y'all, a barrel rode as a child and one shattered my face against a boulder. I'm saying I was like trained and still got my face shattered. Like I just can't even imagine running a place like this without the generosity of people around you. Whoa. Big fucking whoa. So when Chesh suggested, I was stoked. Long story short. Oh, dude, Luna. I mean, we have Faded Friday, but Faded Friday almost always inevitably rolls into my piss ass.
Speedragon has just donated $10.
Fucking JJ, thank you so much for helping out the charity. I appreciate you. That's fine. I just peed a little. Happy 420, y'all. Now I will look for someone cool to raid. I wanted it. I mean, that wasn't brief in any way, shape, or form. But if you guys are gonna throw money at the, I mean, I feel like I've got all the info in my head because I did all the research and shit. I fucking appreciate you. Thank you. What was I saying? Shit. They were suddenly screaming. Ooh, on the Academy for Veterans called Remount. Oh, I'm gonna write that down. Dude, Kel, next time, I mean, I think the next charity that's usually in line is St. Jude's. St. Jude, Jesus. You know what I mean? When is that usually? Is that spring or summer? Whatever. The next like holiday, remind me, because I'm all about an animal. I'm all about a charity that mixes like with this one, it was like helping people who are neurodivergent as well as taking care of the horses and whatever. But I did try to find some cool charities that would help veterans or military. Like I think the charity we chose helped house families of military members who were like if any member of the family was having to go through medical treatment somewhere far away from home, the entire family would have help relocating, house costs, all that, etc., paid for, which was pretty cool. But that's mixing like mental health, animals, and military. Like, ooh, give it to me. What was it called? Fuck, I missed it. Remount. I mean, the more people you can help at once, the better, right? It just sucks picking one. So when it can help multiples, I'm like, hell yeah. I work retreat. We went on in August, was to a horse farm. Their horses are retired and essentially wild. Oh, were they beautiful? Did you get to watch them run? Dude, watching horses just get to run like in an open fucking area, not a fucking corral or a field, whatever. The sad fenced in areas they give a lot of horses. Watching a horse just have freedom to run is pretty fucking cool. I mean, they're weird animals. Hooves confuse me, but really cool. Oh yeah, it's Faded Friday almost inevitably always rolls into Stony Saturday is all I was gonna say. So like, you can always stop by and we can always hang out and listen to music again. I love horses. They really help me. I don't know how many riding lessons turned me just like crying because I was getting the therapy I needed even if I wasn't meaning to. Souls. I mean, that's a big soul if you think about it. And like the way, I mean, this is not in a sexual way, don't be weird, but I view the relationship you have with a horse similar to a BDSM relationship in that the human who thinks they are the leader in the relationship between a human and a horse is the human that's going to get bucked off and is a fucking idiot. That horse rules that entire situation. Like, I don't care if they're broken, green, etc. If that horse is scared, upset, angry, doesn't like you, you're going. They're going to win. Like, they are, you know what I mean? And it like similar to an S&M relationship, like a lot of people think the dom is in has the power, but it's all the sub has all the power. That's the only reason I was compared, not the sexual thing. Don't be weird. Don't be weird. Sorry, my chat just did the reload thing and I was trying to roll up because I missed a jet. Yeah. Emma, your chat's the one I missed. Thank you. Horses are amazing. How they communicate and interact with each other is beautiful. They truly are. I mean, animals in general always fascinate me, but horses, there's something. I mean, I think it's because it's kind of a like, have you ever seen wild horses? I have, but that's a rare, I think it's really rare. We see deer, we see buffalo, we see antelope, we see, coyotes and shit, foxes. But like, when's the last time you just saw a herd? And that was their natural state. Somewhere else, though. They weren't native to America. Where'd they come from? Middle East? Where are horses native to? It's not, I think we brought them here, but now they live here. I don't remember. Huh. Dude, JJ, your personality, presence, wit, and just general good heart is all I ask. I know that's, a lot. But I mean, I know it sounds so corny because it's literally what I live off, but I never, ever, ever want anyone to feel financially like if you subbed for 8 years to my channel and suddenly you've come under financial duress and you can no longer sub, please don't ever feel like you can't come back to chat because I'll notice your sub badge is gone. I probably won't. Cause shocker, I read the names in chat. I mean, the only reason I would notice a badge if it's weird and new and I'm like, what the fuck is that? I don't look at that shit at all. I remember your name and I remember you by how you act in chat. And that's it. Period. That's what stands out to me. I don't want anyone to feel like, oh fuck, I couldn't sub, I can't go back, I'll be shunned. In no way, shape, or form. If anything, you might get offended that nobody notices because I just don't base relationships or friendships or value on monetary shit. I'm grateful for those that can gift subs and sub in my channel because without it, I'd have to unplug people for a living and that sucks. But I mean, how do you foster a healthy conversation of any kind if everyone in the room is paying to be there? I don't know. Sounds like an echo chamber potentially. A little bit. Chesh, I'm sorry, who are you again? Did you new? My name's Katie. It's nice. When you take an animal out of nature and put it in an enclosure without popular? Did I just say popular? Is popular a word? Popular. That's cool. Popular. Appropriate simulation. They go a bit crazy. It's called zoocosis. Gotta wonder if we're doing something similar to ourselves. I think so. Yeah. I mean, just in terms of like, think about communities of people. I mean, not that long ago, where like a neighborhood would help each other out, taking care of the kids, shoveling each other's driveways or whatever, give each other rides to work if your car broke down. And I like nowadays, I would bet most of you do not know who your neighbors are, and nor do your neighbors know you. And you wonder, and like in most households in America, at least, both parents have to work. So basically, childcare is taking care of and raising children. It's bizarre. It's like we went from a community helping out with kids, a couple of kids, to one person taking in all the kids. And I'm not a parent. My opinion doesn't matter. This is all allegedly. I just think about it a lot. It's real weird. We've fucking done something to society where we're turning ourselves into little computers instead of people. It's my bud. Oh, did it look like I was fucking petting a merkin on my lap? No, the void, he demands the walkies. I know. Do you want to go outside? I don't know how they fucking know what time it is. But they do. Popular. Popular? He's a void. This is my haunted Victorian dogs. He'll do that for hours if I don't look at him. Poodles are weird. You know, I totally could. Lavoshka I painted for me. It's on my wall over here, but it's like it's not Victorian. I'm trying to think. It's like Marie Antoinette. What era is that? It looks like a Marie Antoinette dress, but it's Millie's head on it. It's phenomenal. She's the goddess of my wall over there. I have like my all the art you guys commissioned of Millie is all over this wall. It's like a shrine. Did you just fart at me? Thank you. Ooh, yeah, like Rococo. It's like, the pink silk with the little ruffle. I could actually go grab it off the wall. I'm gonna grab it off the wall and show you. That'll be the last thing today. Nope. And then I have like 2 links about truffle oil and shit, which I'll save until tomorrow if you guys want to watch them. But tomorrow's Faded Friday, so feel free to bring them again or bring new videos or whatever, cause pot day. And I have this golden retriever. Hold on. You know what? I take back everything I said. Now I think it's almost like Renaissance because it's got a big old jewel in the middle. I didn't see that from far away, but look at that. Is that? It literally is Millie, but like in a hella fancy dress, looking fucking sick. Cause she's a queen. I know. Isn't that awesome? But from far away, I was thinking that looked very French-esque or like Austrian-ish, like the very flat satin. But then I saw that gem and I was like, ah, shit. She was a fucking Banff. I have a whole wall of her and I love it. I love that I can look at it now without crying. That's my favorite. Because there was a good year and a half where seeing a pug, I'd just be like, I want to die. It was a bad time. I'll get dogs forever, even though I know I probably shouldn't because losing them is the worst. My chickens know when snack time is. They gather at the door. Oh, to feeding area. Oh, I really miss having chickens. I was like the chicken whisperer of my household when I was a child. We had a lot of chickens, and for some reason they liked me. Probably because I didn't just go throw food at their face and like yell at them or whatever. But every once in a while they would get out before my dad learned he needed to like chicken wire the top of their like condo area. And he'd call me from inside the house. I'd be in the basement. He'd be like, "Hey, Katester, your fucking chicken's in the shop." And I'd go in and they were I don't know what kind of chickens they were. They weren't Banty chickens, but they were like gray with like a red head, like a dark gray body and a red head that like blended into it. They were super pretty. But I specifically had a chicken that, of course, I did named Tweak because I was a little goth child. And what else do you name a chicken? Tweak. But that thing lived forever. Like my parents would call me for years after I left home, like Tweak's still going. But I could just walk up to my chickens, pick them up, and take them back to the enclosure. And my parents could not. They sensed my kindness. Okay, golden retriever, and then we raid because my dogs are getting impatient with me and hate me right now. I feel like my brain stops functioning literally because all the blood is falling out of my body. It's so fun. Don't be muted. Oh my god. I'm gonna read it real quick because it autoplayed for like a second, and this dialogue might fly by really quickly. 3 years into owning a dog, 1 year into motherhood, and I just figure out what this thing is for. Oh my god. That baby is so fat and cute, though. Can we just talk about that? Oh. It's genius. I know. This is parenting hack 101. Holy look at that cute little baby, though. That's incredible. Bless you. Thank you for sharing that. God damn it. Yes. Yep. Yep. It's not near as cute unless the baby wants to get into the crate. That was fucking that's dude. I mean, outside of like almost everything in the world, what's cuter than a chubby baby? No, for real. Chubby babies are really up there for me. Puppies, kittens, baby animals of most kinds, fat little babies. I just want to cute aggression. I just want to squeeze you. You know what I'm saying? They're just all this wrinkle when like this part of their arm and this part of their arm are so fat, this part is indented. That's the correct baby. in in my humble opinion. Oh, this is the Jolene one. Perfect. This is the one that crashed. Hold on. Subscribe. Holy shit. That person only has 2,000 subscribers. That human being only has 2.12 thousand subscribers. Okay, I'm gonna throw this link in chat. And if I don't see that go up by at least 50 people, I'm breaking up with all of you in an ugly way. Like, I'm gonna call your mom. And I'm gonna tell her exactly how you treated me. And she fucking loves me. Also, my dad's a cop. Wow, Stajan, what a yeah. Her voice is unequivocally fucking great, right? Like, her voice is really, really good. There was no question. This is what I get if I'm not walking them. They're just gonna pounce at each other now. Good. I want to see him go. I'm just kidding. There's no way. She has over 2,000, so I'll never see only like, that's a voice. I mean, come on. The amount of shit out there that is popular and people making millions off of quite literally doing nothing, existing, or filming their children for profit, which is fucking gross. I learned recently about family YouTube channels and the corrupt nature of that. Ew. And then this bitch is out here like, would you like to hear where angels touched me consensually? You know what I'm saying? 2,000 subscribers. Probably didn't even get fucking ads rolling. What the shit? You know what I'm saying? It's just shameful. It's just shameful. She's a Twitch streamer? Oh shit. I'm gonna follow. I'm gonna write her name down. Thank you. Just a beautiful voice. It's just crazy. There's so many people out there that have so much talent and I mean are obviously working really, really, really hard at being good at something. And then there's people out there, you know, like I said, monetizing their children, etc. And you're just like, it's excuse me, Katie. Their Twitch name is Joliet4. Joliet 4. Follow. Angels? Wait, you mean like actual biblical angels or like the idea of a human being with wings? Is that something people are like actually like is it a like we can't fuck unless you got feathers kind of thing? Oh dude, I didn't even I mean, all right, anyway, honestly, I'm 45 minutes past my we can almost Mars, no shit. No need to say no promo. I am in full support of promoting good voices and talent. Oh my god, thank you. I was gonna say like honestly, most of my mods are probably gone and going home from work and shit like that because I'm literally 45 minutes past my normal closing time. But like, no shame in promoting good. I mean, they deserve it. You know, I want to hear them. I think that's it sucks because we were just talking about this earlier. Like with the Prime ad thing, the world is run by ads, but how you find good shit is word of mouth. You're never gonna find the equivalent of a product, the equivalent of Joliet's voice via an ad. You're gonna find that voice, that product via a good friend being like, "Bitch, I got this. Go check it out," and you're gonna be like, "Yes." You know what I'm saying? That's how we get good music boosted up, is word of mouth and shit. No, don't ever feel like you can't. I don't know how to say that. I'm too fucking. My uterus is attacking. I can't think straight when I'm in pain. But you know what I'm saying, right? Giving credit where credit is due is important, and boosting real beautiful artists who are doing things with their beautiful voices, I think is important. A shout out was given to Juliet, and Athalos just gifted a tier sub to fucking Juliet for. I'm honored. Honestly, I would be so embarrassed if they came to my channel because now I honor them. And I think they're really cool. Like, I'll probably freeze up and shit my pants. Oh, dude, Mars, 100%. No, it's totally cool. I mean, I understand that the hesitantness with like, I don't mean to like come here and like talk about other people and make other content. In my head, I have never ever viewed another human being as my competition because no two people on Twitch or otherwise offer the exact same thing every day. And like, as a consumer myself, do I want to eat the same flavor of ice cream every day, all the time? Nah. Sometimes I want to put sprinkles on it. Sometimes I want hot fudge. Sometimes I want a brownie. There ain't no shame in the game. Like, I am not, like, I don't see that Juliet person as competition. I see her as someone I'm gonna go worship and listen to sing everything ever. And I hope y'all join me because I would like to do that with friends. But no two people, like, same with LZT, another amazing streamer. LZT plays games. We RP together sometimes in games as well as like tabletop. But he makes amazing leather art and sells it on his website, which you should all check out. Long Nose Leather. Absolute shameless plug. But no shit, I will never view LZT as competition, just like I don't view any other person as competition, because everybody's so different. And we're all consumers at the end of the day, and if you just put yourself in the shoes of like regardless of how like fucking loyal we want to be to someone or something, we all like variety. It's the fucking spice, and I think variety's healthy. And like, if you guys literally never watched anyone else, any other streamer, and you never watched any other YouTube, how the fuck would you come here and then share the cool shit with me? You would have no cool shit to share. Share shit to share. There's a lot of shit in there. You know what I mean? If you think about it that way, it's literally the only way we get exposed to new shit, and it's the best. Oh, bless Barry. That's kind of you to say. The shitter's fault! Sarah, I love you. Thank you for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and going forth and being consensual ass B. I love you. And I'm so happy about your new job! I appreciate you. Absolutely. What Stajan said, Katie knows her community and the community knows her. Promoting great people is just something we do 100% with no shade. Because again, if anything, if I'm like promoting another streamer or another content creator, it's not me being like, go away from me to this person. It's like, let's enjoy them together. I want to talk about them together with you. Like Siberiano and Frog Leap Studios and the Charismatic Voice. Those are all creators whom I've like violently give credit to, and I want you to go follow them. I don't want to feel like I'm stealing their content in any way, shape, or form. But I view it more like we're all chilling in our own atmosphere where we don't have to rub elbows. We don't have to wear pants, but we can all like watch the same TV and comment on it and pause it and whatever. I don't know. I don't see it as competition. I see myself as like I can only be as good as I can be at whatever the fuck this is. I'm never going to be someone else. So like why feel, I don't know. You know? I endorse this. Yeah. Oh, you're on, oh god, the laundry though. Oh no. The laundry. I love you, Luna, and I appreciate you. It's like I always said, never sub a channel for one kind of content unless that channel only does one kind of content. Bitching out extra content makes no sense to me. And I've never had to say that because I don't think I've ever in my life had someone, even when I used to almost exclusively play ESO, even when I started drifting away from ESO and not playing it, no one has ever, I mean, it's so nice. I think we just like foster an environment that's not rude or obnoxious, which is really nice. But no one would be like, oh my god, I really miss when me. Because although you might miss it, you realize that that's just going to make me feel shitty. And I'm probably going to go off on a tangent about the daily messages telling me to kill myself because, you know, I beat someone Battlegrounds in ESO or something like that. Like, it's just unneeded. Everything changes. Everyone moves on. Shit happens. Life changes. It's beautiful. But it's nice to know I don't have people around me that just want to fucking bully me. You know, I'm sure you guys have been around people, like, had genuine friends who, whether they know it or not, they're bullying you. You know, they either infantilize you or something else to where you just get the sense that, like, they don't respect you. They like you. They might even love you. They care about you, but they don't really respect you. And you don't know why. And usually it has something to do with their own hangups and their own lack of self confidence or whatever the frick is going on in there. Hell yes, Sarah. I know I'm just catching up on chat. And I'm saving I have 2 more videos I saved for tomorrow if you guys wanna come by. Classical tested, CK approved. Yeah. And that's the other thing. I can trust you guys not to throw shit at me that's inappropriate or something, and that's really nice. Um, cheers, Kosh. Who would threaten you? Just pissy little bitches on the internet who can't stand that a girl streamer killed them. Oh. I imagine that's what it looks like. You know, you hear, like, the clicking. Hold on. No, please. No, please. No, please. Autoplay haunts me. Nope. I'm sorry. I'm just clicking maniacally to close it because it was going to start autoplaying something I did not want autoplaying at all. I don't even know what the fuck that was. Anyways, you hear the manic clicking and then suddenly you like kill them because you're playing a game, which is PvP, where you're all there to kill each other because it's PvP and it's a game and that's why you're there and that's why you're there. That's why you're there. And so the clicking stops it. Oh, I can't. And then they just, focus their existence on hating me forever. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I'm not allowed to use incel as a negative anymore. We can't use it as an insult. It's literally like a banned word. We can only describe it for what it is. So, like, I just think of it as like us little peanuts who didn't get any hugs from mommy and maybe too many from daddy. You know what I'm saying? But then, like, I wasn't hugged a lot, and I'm not out there being a piece of shit, so I don't know. No, I'm quite serious. That all of what I just said is absolutely real, and that's a lot of what drove me away from ESO because I could not open. This is a lot of the reason why I have DM like anxiety and avoidant behavior with texts, DMs, messages, etc. Because for about 5 years of my life streaming on Twitch, I could not go a day without a message from either someone telling me to kill myself or someone in our community or a mod of mine messaging me to tell me that someone in some other community is telling someone that they want to kill me or that I should die or that my significant other should die or that they know where I live and they're going to kill my dogs or that I should eat my dog during a cooking stream. There's an entire Discord still dedicated to just reposting everything I ever post on the internet, following me, expanding my internet footprint inevitably. So, bitch, you're a fan, but also tearing me apart emotionally, physically, in any other way they possibly can. Because maybe I killed them in Battlegrounds once. You know? Wild. Wild. Weird hill to die on, but like we always say, at least you'll be dead. So, on that note, I think it's just being a person presenting as female on the internet playing an MMO in a competitive atmosphere. I don't think it literally had anything to do with ESO, and I don't want anyone to think I'm saying that it was ESO that was the reason that happened. Not at all. Doesn't matter. You can hear that story come from a million different people. If you choose to present what the world interprets as female and you play something competitive, you're going to get attacked. It sucks, but it's gross. It had nothing to do with ESO though. I think it's literally across the board. And I don't know how you would control something like that. Zach's calling his mom, so I'm gonna raid him. I hope you have a beautiful night. Take care of yourself, drink water, take your fucking joy. Tomorrow, again, like I said, Faded Friday. Bring some music, some pots, do what you want to do. I think on Christmas when we played Slime Ranch or whatever, I said like that's a good Faded Friday game if we run out of music or whatever, but usually that's never happened. But whatever. Cheers. Take care of yourself. Take your joy. I love you. Be after sex.